pumpkin.
Okay.
He's a big, big pumpkin. He's a very rich, powerful pumpkin.
He's the king.
He's the king.
Okay.
And he is, let's say, the ugliest pumpkin in the patch.
Oh, poor buddy.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right. That's why he's successful. He had to work a little bit harder than all those pretty pumpkins.
I mean, sure, I guess. And he has made it abundantly clear that he likes me.
Oh my God, your boss made it clear that he likes you?
Yes, he did.
Oh my
And,
God.
you know, I oversee a small department. I'm not powerful or influential in any way. Maybe someday, but that is not today. But anyways, I have to have a lot of meetings with him and other staff members. And he always sort of, like, lingers behind. And it's blatantly obvious to me that he's always trying to talk to me more than everybody else.
Shouldn't you just be calling HR right now? This seems like...
Wait, he's the VP, bro.
Or you can call your fairy godmother. Have her fix this up for you. I guess we're like your fairy godmother in this situation.
Yeah, we're your
I mean, at this point, you are. Anyways, after a certain amount of time, he asked if I was single. And I was so caught off guard, and I didn't want to lie, so I said yes. And he then asked me if I would like to join him for dinner over the weekend.
Oh.
So
Right.
now I get it already. You feel like you have to go because it's
Wait.
your boss, but you don't want to go.
No.
You're not attracted to him.
I mean, not the first time he invited me. I really tried to put it off. I tried to give him a lot of great, reasonable excuses, like I had family or I had, previous appointments, but he did not let up, and he kept asking. So I went out with him.
Oh my God.
You gave in.
What was it like?
I mean, rich guys know how to plan a date. We'll just say that.
Okay.
He pulled out all the stops.
Like,
He closed down a restaurant.
what?
There was one waiter. There was a violin player.
Whoa!
Damn.
Dude, I couldn't even do that at Denny's,
But-
let alone a great place.
I mean, that I guess is awesome, but you don't like this guy. So it's like a ton of pressure
Well, maybe she
for
likes
a
him
boss
now.
that you don't like.
You'll learn to like him.
Exactly.
It
Jeff.
was hard to really enjoy that filet. I did though. I mean, the filet was really good. But the point is that I still didn't give him any signals that I was romantically interested. We had a nice fun conversation, but at the end of the meal, he asked if we could go back to his place.
Oh.
And that's when I finally put my foot down and I said, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. You established a boundary with your rich boss.
Okay.
That's in love with you.
How did he react to that rejection?
He started crying.
Shut up.
Did he pull out $100 bill and wipe his tears?
Oh my God. What?
That's
That is
awful.
so unexpected. How did you handle that?
He really cried?
I mean, what do you do when a grown rich man surrounded by a violin player cries?
You videotape it and put it up on Instagram.
Oh my God.
No.
You tell the
I felt so bad, and I put my arm around him, and I just said, I don't know that this is right. And then, after I did that and tried to comfort him, he kissed me.
Oh, dude. Do you think it was all a ploy? Do you think those were fake tears?
I mean, who knows? At this point, it's so hard to read what any of this is. Is it a ploy? Is it real? I don't know.
What did you
But that's the
say?
last time I talked to him. I mean, I just sort of made an excuse, that was a great time, and I really have to get home. And so I left.
Okay, so I don't understand then. Why are you emailing us for a second date update?
Because he's relentless. He continues to call me and text me, and at the office it's a little weird. He feels like, I had so much fun, such a great time. We have to do it again.
You had such a great time. You ended the date by crying and then, got some pity kiss. Who is this freak?
But here's the thing. Again, I know this is weird, and this is why I'm calling you guys, because I would go out with him again as friends. We get along. He's not, a terrible person. I just need him to understand that, the romantic thing, it's not in the cards.
So, So you want us to call your boss and tell him that you do want to accept his date offer, but just as friends?
Right. Let's be friendly. I have no problem with him. That way.
Cinderella, what are we going to do with you? All right, we're going to play a song. We'll come back, and then we'll call your boss and let him down easy for you, okay?
Thank you. I hope it works.
All right, hold on.
God.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, we've been talking to a lady on the phone. Now we're going to have to go back and bleep her name out.
Yeah.
Because she asked us to censor it and use a different one. She chose the name Cinderella. the third hottest Disney princess.
Again.
According to you.
These are the ratings. I've decided she's the third hottest, and that's how it's going to go. But Cinderella works at a big corporation where one of her big-time bosses has taken a very keen interest in her.
Oh my God, and they have meetings, weekly meetings together.
Yeah.
The problem is she doesn't find this particular boss very attractive. And he's been trying to make something happen between them for a while. Eventually, she did give in and agreed to go out to dinner with him one night where he went all out, rented the entire restaurant, got a personal violin player. It was kind of awkward for her.
Yeah.
And the night did end with a pity kiss.
After he cried, remember?
Right. But now she wants to tell him that there is not going to be a romantic connection going forward. They can hang out again, but just as friends. And she needs our help to deliver that news to her boss.
Yeah, I mean, is that too much to ask?
Nope, not at all. I mean, I think it'll be totally normal. Will he know who we're talking about if we say Cinderella?
Probably not. But once you mention like a violin playing date, then yeah, I think that's probably a tip off.
I don't know. It could be a lot of dates that he goes on like that. So
Can you imagine?
He's like, oh yeah, the children.
Yeah.
The laid back one.
Oh my gosh, this is so uncomfortable. He better get the message. I mean, honestly, if he's a good person and if he's a good boss, he will say, oh my God, I had no idea I was overstepping my bounds. And of course we can just be friends.
And you said he's a nice guy, Cinderella.
I hope so.
Yeah.
it's probably best, Cinderella, if you tell him the message directly. Like, we can help get him on the phone and get him ready to hear some bad news, but ultimately it should probably come from you.
I mean, I know you're right. I don't like that you're right, but
You can do this. You can do this. I mean, honestly, you have all the power right now. Okay? Enjoy that.
okay.
Yeah, go on a power trip when you're
Well,
doing
I'm
this
just
phone
saying,
call.
you know.
Ask for some money right away. Like, hey,
No, that's not what I'm
I gotta
saying.
tell you something.
I'm saying that he has to listen to what you have to say,
Yes.
and he has to respect it.
Yes, channel your inner ugly stepsister. Really, really let him have it.
All right, I'm tuning into her.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't even ask what his name is. We just know him as the king. What's his name?
His name is Matt.
All right.
Remember, your fairy godmothers, all three of us are here for you, okay?
Can we just maybe lay off with the whole Cinderella references? I think we get it.
Oh, I got
I
excited.
know. You should have really thought that out before you chose that name.
You did this.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
So we're going to call Max for you, and we're going to give him his happily never after, okay?
Oh, no.
See, we can't stop.
Okay.
All right, let's dial the phone number. Here we go.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, is Max there?
May I ask who's calling?
My name's Young Jeffrey from Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and we're doing...
From the radio show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you guys second date updating me?
Wow, you got to that real quick, Max.
Quick.
Yeah.
You got a fan. What's up, Max?
Oh my God, I love you guys. I listen to you guys all the time.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my God, this is so much fun.
Hey, okay.
That's one perspective.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you know how the second date updates work then?
I do, and fortunately for me, I've been on a date recently, so I think I know where this is going.
Ooh,
Okay.
Look how excited he
Okay.
is.
So I think she most likely wants to go out on another date. I mean,
Okay,
there was
let's-
sparks.
Well,
I
okay.
mean, there was a lot going on.
Slow
Yeah.
down. Hold
Let's
on.
tamper that a little bit.
We
Let's
just
put
need to talk to you about this a little bit. Don't worry about how all this works and everything.
It's a special one.
I mean, I totally know how it all works. I mean, I listened to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I'll
we're-
let
so-
you go through this. Go.
Max?
Just hold on, Max. We're going to get to all that in just a second, okay? But the woman that we're talking about, this is the girl that you took to a restaurant and rented it out, had a private violin player.
Oh, it was great. I mean,
Okay.
it really was. It was like the food was fantastic, first off. I mean, it was
like getting into
genuinely
Yeah.
romantic.
Can I just ask you, Max, did you ever think that maybe that was a little bit too much for a first date?
You know, I didn't see it as pressure. I saw it as just sort of like, I have the means to do something special for someone who I think is special, and
Uh-huh.
I have no regrets.
Oh, that's romantic.
Okay.
I think that's a nice sentiment. And she did tell, she told us all about the evening, and she said that she had a really good time, and she respects you a lot. And, she told us about all the extraordinary lengths that you went through that night for her, closing the restaurant and the violin. And here's the deal, though. How do I say it?
what?
You know,
I mean, I think I know what you're going to say.
No,
I don't
think
know if you know what I'm going to say.
I think I know why you guys are calling, and I think it makes a lot of sense.
So wait, I don't understand. Why do you think we're calling you?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious is that, love can spark in really bizarre places, and the fact that we're both working in the same company, I think that's probably an obstacle. And I really think this is the real deal. I mean, I would be willing to step down from my role.
Step down, bro. Aren't you like the boss?
Well,
Aren't you
let's
like...
hold on here, okay?
slow.
So before you voluntarily give up your job,
No, don't do that.
maybe we should talk to the girl that you went out with.
Definitely.
She's on right now?
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't told us everything, and she'd probably be the best person to help us finish up what we're trying to say to you.
Yeah.
Trying to say.
Cinderella, you there?
I'm here. Hello.
Hey. Wait, why are they calling you Cinderella? I don't understand.
I just wanted to try to keep this low profile with my real name. So, yeah.
So can they call me Prince Charming?
No.
Oh,
I'm down to call you
love
Prince
to.
Charming,
Yeah.
Max.
No.
Thank you.
You're Prince
Come on,
Charming for
Brooke.
me.
Oh my God, Max, you sound really nice,
Hey,
really kind, but I think
charming.
you need to step back into reality for a second.
So go ahead, Cinderella. Tell Prince Charming what you want to tell him.
Oh, Max, okay, so you heard what they said so very nicely, and I've really been thinking about this, and it's not a good idea for us to see each other in this way,
I completely agree. I really do. This is why I'm saying I think it's important. If I step down, I mean,
Oh, God.
I have,
Max, really,
don't worry about the money. Like, that's not
You-
even...
No, you are really good at what you do, and this company needs dudes like you, and I just, look, you and I are not the best fit,
Yo, ring ring.
okay?
Put the pussy
So what are you saying?
put it on
I'm saying, Max, it's not going to happen. There's not a romantic spark here, and that's just it. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I mean, I hear what you're saying.
Great.
I really thought there was a spark there.
Oh, buddy.
No, I mean, I think that's totally cool, and I think that maybe... I think that maybe that's a good idea.
No,
Max.
don't
God.
cry, bro.
Because then, in case of anything that were to happen, I hope we will just be friends,
Oh, my God.
which is really great anyway. Because who doesn't like having a friend?
No,
buddy.
Max, calm down, dude. Take a breath.
Cinderella, you just made Prince Charming cry.
I
Max,
didn't.
take a deep breath, okay? You are really talented at your job. You are someone that Cinderella really cherishes as a person. And she does want a relationship with you, just not like where you make out and take your clothes off. Just one that's a friendship, and that can be beautiful too, just in a different way.
It's gonna be beautiful. I
Oh,
already see it.
Okay.
It's gonna be really nice.
All right.
oh God.
I didn't realize
Well,
he was going to cry.
What do I call him? Max or Prince Charming?
Just go with Max.
All right.
please.
Okay. Well.
Just call me back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Max. Now that
Oh
you
my
know
gosh,
how
Max.
Cinderella feels,
You buddy.
I mean, she wants to be friends with you still. We would like to send you out on a friend date,
Yeah.
and we'll pay for it.
I don't need any gift cards or anything. I mean, I listen to the show very regularly. I can take us out again.
Well, we know you can, but just let us treat you, Max. I mean, that's the least we can do for putting you through all of this, okay?
We may not be
And
able
I'm sure that there are so many listeners that are like single and would love to go on a date with you. You sound lovely.
Yeah, a lot of gold diggers on the text.
Yes.
What was that last thing?
A lot of gold diggers. A lot of people know that you make money on our
This is
text.
what I'm
board.
saying. It's just so hard.
No,
Well,
bro,
okay,
I didn't know
look.
that was sensitive.
Max, you know how a lot of relationships start. Like, you start off as friends. You have no idea how many people we've talked to where it's like, oh, I didn't really like him that way at first. He was kind of weird to me. But, like, the more I got to know him, the more I got to like him.
This is exactly what I mean. I think we really have a shot.
No! What are you doing? We were there, Jeffrey!
I'm sorry, Prince Charming's
right.
crying. What am I supposed to do?
God.
What do you think, Max? Can you at least give the friendship a shot?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just friends, Max. It's just friends, right? Right, Cinderella?
Yeah, just friends. Wink,
Yes,
wink.
yes.
Just friends.
No,
Cinderella,
not wink.
are you cool with this?
I'm ready. Friends all the way.
All right. Well, this has been a successful second date update, I think.
Kind of.
I feel like, Max, you still have your hopes up. I want you to not have those.
Yeah.
Okay?
You don't want me to have hope?
No, not.
Why would you say something like that?
I'm not
Max.
trying to be mean.
Yeah, don't listen to Brooke, okay?
No, I'm trying to be a realist, okay?
Yeah, just be a realist and remember, when you wish upon a star,
Yeah.
it makes no difference who you are.
That's exactly what I think too.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
God.
Like lots of stuff everywhere.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A lot of romances start in the office. I know for me, I've had a year-long fling with my desktop computer here at work.
That's
We've
not...
become very close. At first, it was a little hesitant to search all the things that I wanted it to search,
Oh, my
but
God.
after a while, it was finding everything that I needed at full speed, and now I'm here all hours of the night, just hanging out with my desktop computer.
That is company property, sir.
I love that thing, and it
Oh,
loves me.
man.
Don't love it anymore.
I bet IT loves you, too.
And Oscar is on the phone today to do a second date update, and apparently he also has an office romance, but unfortunately his office romance isn't as successful as mine and my computers
Of course.
because his office romance isn't calling him back. What's up, Oscar?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty good, man.
Do you work in the same office every day with this girl?
Well, yeah, we're basically across the hall, you know.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's awkward. And you guys went out on a date together?
Yeah, she started like a few months ago, you know.
Okay.
Oh, so she's new then.
Yeah, she's just super cute, you know, and she just got this like awesome laugh, and it sounds stereotypical, but like, I just kind of fell for her. And,
Okay, wait. Before we get too far into this, how does your company feel about inter-office romance? Like, are you going to get in trouble?
it's a pretty loose office, so I mean, there are a couple people right now who are dating each other, so I mean,
It's almost like you work at a restaurant where everybody hooks up with everybody. That's what it sounds like to me. Every time I've ever worked at a restaurant, everybody's dating everybody. Okay. So how did you finally ask this girl out?
well, ever since she started, like, it's been one moment after the other. I'm trying to find a way to ask her out, and, you know, there would always be something in the way, like she'd be talking to a coworker or something. And finally, I was just minding my own business in the break room, and she was talking to another worker about she always wanted to go ice skating, but she's never gone. And
The next day you showed up at work with ice skating gear on. Like, oh, weird. I didn't know you were in ice skating at all. That's strange. I wear this stuff sometimes because you never know when an ice skating rink is going to just break out somewhere.
Very low-key way of doing it.
it was close. I mean,
Yeah.
Shout out
So
to
what'd you
Sauce
do?
on this
Interrupt
one.
your conversation with
Big,
another coworker and
big
said, "I'll
tune.
take you ice skating."
no, I played it cool, and later in the day, I did find some time when she was by herself, and I went up to her, and I was just like, look, I overheard you that you wanted to go ice skating, and, you know, would you want to go with me? I can skate, and I think it'll be a fun time. And she actually said yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you into ice skating?
You know, it's not my, like, I've done ice skating, you know, but I know how to skate. And,
Okay.
I think it's a great first date.
I totally agree. Anytime you can do an activity with somebody, it's always a good time.
And how did it go?
So we ended up going that weekend, and, you know, she fell a couple times. I helped her, and,
Oh, so romantic.
you know, it was, yeah, there were moments, you know, it just seemed like a really good time, and it just felt like romantic. It was nice.
Okay,
Oh,
but
that's
she's
really,
but
that's
she's
a
not
sweet update.
but she's not calling you back, right?
Yeah, she's not calling me back, and she's not talking to me at work, so I don't know. Yeah.
So clearly you did something wrong if she won't even talk to you at the office.
Yeah, and I'm racking my head. I mean, I feel like there's like maybe one thing that could have happened on the date. That's the only thing I feel like.
Okay.
What was it? What was the one thing?
So I've skated a lot, but I'm not the best skater. And, you know, I was skating, she was keeping her balance, and I started to fall down, and I accidentally grabbed her hair, and we both fell down together.
Dude, you took her down by her hair?
snatched her by the hair, and threw her to the ground.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
What did she say? Was she like a little too aggressive, sir?
I mean, she was hurting, and as was I. But by the end, we were laughing.
Okay.
She didn't think that you just were like skating behind her and were like, screw this, you know what? I never did have my chance to play hockey. Let's get a little rough right now.
She knew it was an accident.
Okay.
So, I feel relieved. I'm glad it wasn't extended awkward. But
That doesn't seem like a reason not to call somebody back. It's actually pretty funny.
yeah, no, totally. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I feel like that's the only weird moment that I can think of that could have been, a deal breaker. But
What was the end of your date like? Did you guys kiss? Did you make more plans?
so at the end of the night, I took her back to her place, and at the door, I got a goodnight kiss on the cheek.
Cheek kiss, all right.
That's still a positive.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said that she's not even talking to you at work?
Yeah, it's last few days have been kind of weird. There was actually this one time I walked into the break room, and she straight up turned around and walked out.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That is
So you must have done
bad.
something bad then.
I don't know what I did. I really need to know what I did. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah.
Dude, you need to repair this for a lot of reasons, not just a second date reason.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure things are okay. And
So even if you don't get another date out of this, at least you hope that we can make things cool between you guys so you can still work in the same building.
yeah, I can find out what's wrong with me if there's a big deal. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Cool. Thanks so much.
All right, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, Oscar is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl named Rachel. Their first date included everything. Laughing, good conversation, penalty for unnecessary roughness when he threw her to the ground. Sounds worse without the context, but they went ice skating together, and at one point he was falling and accidentally grabbed her hair and pulled her down by her hair. He says they laughed about it, and she realized that it wasn't anything he did on purpose, so he doesn't think that's the reason that she's not calling him back, but it's the only thing that he can think of. And remember, they did meet at work. They're co-workers. And ever since their date, she hasn't talked to him on text, phone, anything. And actually, she saw him in the break room the other day and turned around and walked out. So we're about to get her on the phone and find out what he did wrong on their date. You about ready to go, Oscar?
Yes, I just really want to know what's going on. Nobody seems to know, or they're acting like they don't know.
Okay, so you've asked coworkers, like, hey, have you heard anything?
Yeah, just is she cool? Like, what's going on? And they don't know.
So either she hasn't said anything to anybody, or they're all keeping a big secret.
God, this is the best office drama ever. Why doesn't this stuff happen at our work? Yeah, right? Come on.
Yeah, you probably don't want that.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can get her on the phone, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Don't worry.
Hello?
Hi, is Rachel there?
This is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
I'm not familiar.
Do you own a radio?
Yes, in my car I do.
Cool. Well, sometimes we're on that thing. One of our listeners actually emailed us asking if we could call you.
Okay. Who is that?
His name is Oscar.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you were so excited leading up to it.
And Oscar told us about how he finally got up the nerve to ask you on a date the other day.
Yeah.
And he told us about your date, and he thought everything went great, but now apparently you're not calling him or texting him back, and also you're avoiding him at work. So he asked if we could get you on the phone and find out if he did something wrong.
Cool.
I sense the sarcasm there.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird situation.
Do you mind telling us what went wrong so that we can let Oscar know and maybe at least make things a little less awkward at work?
I just don't know what to say to him, I don't know what to say.
If you say it to us, maybe we can say it to him in a way that won't hurt his feelings.
All right.
What did he do? The date sounded super sweet. The ice skating.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time on the date. It wasn't necessarily the date that was the bad thing.
As you can see,
So what was the bad thing?
business is slow.
Well, you know, we work in the same office, so I just kind of found out some information about him that kind of freaked me out a little bit, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, shut up. You heard office gossip about him?
I did.
From who? Was it someone that you consider like a friend, or was it someone who you think would be jealous that you guys went out?
No, it's my friend, and she's happily married, so I believe her.
So
Yeah.
what was the office gossip?
I don't want to tell you guys because I don't want to embarrass him
Have
if it's
fun.
not true, you know?
Come on.
Well, like I said, if you tell us, maybe we can find a creative way to tell him that doesn't make it super strange.
Plus, if there was something going around about you at the office, you'd want to know. So at least you could clarify whatever it is.
That's true. So, you know, all of our coworkers knew we were going out. So, of course, when I came back, my one friend's like, how did it go? And I was just telling her it was good. It was a nice date. And then she, of course, started asking more detailed questions. And she said, did he do the thing?
Did he do the thing? Wow. Sounds like he's got quite a reputation.
Yeah, he has a thing.
I don't know about Oscar. When Oscar takes ladies out, he does this thing. Did he do it to you? He's done it to all of us in the office.
No, it wasn't like that. It was,
So what's his thing?
well, I kept asking her, and she said, well, did he do the hot cocoa thing?
This is sounding even worse and worse in my mind.
Or better and better, depending on what you like. I mean, I don't know.
Whatever
I
your
could get down
flavor
with
is.
some hot cocoa.
That's true. I mean, it goes with the date. So I'm like, oh, no, we didn't have any hot cocoa. And she goes, no, did he bring the cups? And so apparently, oh my gosh, I don't want to tell this. Apparently he has been collecting, you know, those plastic cups in the break room where you get coffee and stuff. He's been collecting the ones that I'm drinking out of, like when we'll have a nice conversation at work, and writing the date on the cup. Yeah.
Weird. He's been collecting your coffee cups?
Yeah.
What was so what was the hot cocoa thing? I mean, that's weird already, but
Yeah, I think he was gonna like serve us hot cocoa out of the cups that he collected and like.
weird and unsanitary.
So wait, was she not freaked out by this? She thought it was going to be something cool?
I mean, she thought it was cute. I mean, she also thinks he's like sweet teddy bear Oscar. You know, she's good friends with him. So.
Okay, so in her mind, he can't do anything creepy.
Right. She's like, oh, he's showing his affection, but to me, I'm like, that's a little weird.
Yeah, it's basically like taking locks of your hair.
Exactly. Right. It's like taking my DNA.
Maybe he's trying to create a new you in a petri dish in his apartment somewhere.
You know what? Maybe that's the gossip going around.
Come on, though, if you backed up and you took her criticism of who he is, he's obviously a nice guy.
It sounds nice, but at the end of the day, he's literally going into the trash can and collecting the coffee cups I drank out of.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to spin it for her, but I don't know that I can.
I know.
I don't think anybody can. I wonder if Oscar can even save himself. And Rachel, I do have to let you know that you did actually say it to Oscar because he's on the other line
Oh my
listening
God.
and wants to talk to you.
No, you guys.
Yeah. Oscar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Oscar.
What's up with the cups, man?
Oh, he's so embarrassed, you guys. Don't make it worse.
I can't believe they told you about it. I mean, they ruined everything. I mean, they ruined the surprise.
I mean, it would have been weird anyway. It's like either way, it would have been kind of creepy.
I feel like if you had just seen it, it wouldn't have been as creepy. Like hearing it from someone else, yeah, I get it. It might come off creepy, but it was going to be a whole thing. I was going to, lay the cups in a certain way in a presentation. There were going to be candles. It was going to be super romantic, and it was like kind of a literal trip down memory lane.
Oh, my God.
But we don't have that many memories.
Not that you know of, Rachel, but it sounds like Oscar has a lot of great memories.
That's my point. Like, we have memories. Each cup is a memory, and every cup has. I wrote down what we talked about, and that's it.
Okay, so how many of the cups do you have?
It's not that many. I mean, it's like 12.
12? Did you say 12?
12?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even remember having 12 conversations. Like, we don't even know each other that well.
Oh my God, Oscar!
I mean, I get how it could be sweet, but do you also kind of see my point of view?
Yeah, I know. I totally understand. I realized that it would be weird, and that's why, I was just taking my time. I was going to show you in a couple days' time. I mean, that was the plan.
I just don't even think that's, like, enough time to show me something like that. Like, it's just creepy.
Yeah, Oscar, you only show somebody when they're 2 years in and they're already so invested that they can't leave because you're a weirdo who collected their cups.
You guys just don't get it, okay? I mean, I still think it's a very romantic gesture. I think that it shows, like, an attention to detail that someone really, cares about you and like, isn't just, like, trying to do, like, a light, casual thing. And
It's a little misguided, but he did, like, for months, think that you were awesome and try so hard to find his in to even ask you out.
And for me, like, each cup, it's not just a piece of plastic. It's a memory, that we shared and that we talked about stuff,
Somehow, Oscar, this is beginning to be romantic for me. Like, it's morphed from being really creepy into, like, okay, that's kind of sweet.
He's trying. At least he's trying.
Do you agree with that, Rachel?
I mean, Oscar, you're a great guy. I wouldn't have agreed to go out, but isn't there, like, another way you could have done it than digging my dirty cups out of the trash?
I mean, I could have, collected your staples or something. I mean, I just feel like a cup has an energy to it, something that, just signifies that, that it's a moment,
It's been held.
Yeah.
It's been touched to her lips.
It's gone from creepy to sweet, back to being weird. Oscar.
Yeah, it has. I'm trying.
Rachel, would you like to go out with Oscar for a second date? We will pay for it. I don't think that he's like a weird, creepy dude. I think that he's just a little misguided in the romance department.
As long as the cups are the only thing you're collecting, for real, though, Oscar.
Yeah, that's true. If you just don't bring any mementos, like, I feel like I'd be open to kind of a normal, like, dinner date or something, maybe.
If it's a second day with you, I will let go of the cups.
Wow, that's a big commitment, Rachel.
I mean, that's months of work right there.
Oscar will throw out his creepy stalker cups if you'll go out with him again.
I will burn those cups right now.
Good man.
That sounds creepy to me for some reason. Now he's going to be thinking about when you met and just burning it, Rachel.
Yeah, that's kind of like a weird seance. But you know what? I've already made my decision. I'm cool with it.
All right. Well,
you guys are
congratulations. You got a second date, Oscar.
Yes.
And Rachel, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And start bringing your own coffee mug to work.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm really surprised, but there is a lot of support on the text message board at 78592 for the guy from today's second date update. Somebody texted in and said, I mean, it's weird, but it's also charming. I get the meaning. Every cup of coffee you share with someone is a little conversation that you had. To me, it makes sense. If you missed the second date update, Oscar wanted to call a girl named Rachel. They worked together, and they went out on a date. She wasn't calling him back. He found out the reason she wasn't calling back was after that date, one of her coworkers, a friend of Oscar's as well, let her know that Oscar has been saving every single coffee cup that they've shared together in the break room. Not his coffee cup, hers.
Yeah.
He grabs them out of the trash can, saves them, wrote down what they talked about, and his big plan was to present them to her on their first date, but he didn't do it.
Thank God.
And then she found out from a coworker and was like, yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
But once he explained it, she found it kind of romantic.
But
It
here's the
sort of
thing.
is. It made the transition.
I'm in support of him, but then when I look at my own history, the more romantic the man, the crazier he turns out being.
Well, I think we all know Oscar's crazy, but
Yeah.
a hopeless romantic nonetheless. They did agree to go out on a second date. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5 presents Fright Fest at Y.
Right in the middle of a second date, and if you're just joining us, Dan is on the phone, and the world is basically a whole new place for Dan all the time, it sounds like.
Yeah.
If you missed the first part, Dan met a girl on Tinder. It's the first time he's really used Tinder. And they went out to a gay bar. It was her choice, but he was just surprised because he'd never been to a gay bar before. Didn't have any judgment. Just the whole thing was very interesting to him, and it opened up his eyes to that lifestyle and how they have bars just like normal people.
Wow.
I know, he was freaking out about it. But anyway, they hung out there, then left. He did end up kissing her before she got in the car and went home. But now she's not talking to him at all, and we're going to see if we can find out what went wrong.
And you can't think of like any awkward moments, Dan?
That's the thing. During this ghosting period, I was like, did I say something weird? Did my breath smell? Did I smell? I can't think of anything, and I'm just kind of weirded out by it all, you know?
Okay.
All right, well, we'll see if we can figure it out for you, okay? I'm going to dial her phone number right now.
Right on.
Hello?
Hi, is this Amanda?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
Hey, Amanda, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Are you familiar at all?
I think I've heard of it before, but I don't listen to the radio very much, to be honest.
No, that's fine. That's how we like it. We like people who have just heard of it and not listened so that you don't really know how to judge us. You know what I mean? Like, we prefer people just kind of know of us, but don't really actually actively listen to our show. So it's nice to meet you, Amanda.
Yeah, you too. Can I ask why you're calling me?
No.
Yes, of course you can. Yes.
Know my name. Bye.
Yeah, that's all. I just want to see if you were familiar at all with us. Amanda, I'm calling you because we got an email about you from somebody who listens to our show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Dan.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
from
and
Tinder?
yeah, you went on a date with Dan,
Uh-huh.
but now you're not talking to him, and he's wondering why.
Is this like a normal thing you guys do?
Yeah, it is. We do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then blow them off, they can email us to call you and figure out what happened. And that's why Dan emailed us.
All right.
Did he maybe come across as ignorant, I guess you would say? He seemed really baffled by a lot of things, like Tinder and gay bars, and like maybe he said something that he shouldn't have.
No, we had a good time. He's a great guy, actually.
Oh, really?
Okay, so you had a good time. He was a great guy, but you don't want to talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
Why?
Come on.
That doesn't give us a lot.
I mean, it's kind of weird to tell you guys about it.
Can you? And not even us. Can you tell us so that we can tell him? Because he's the one that's really curious.
I mean, I'd rather you not tell him.
Why? Is it something that he did?
Kind of. All right. I'll just, I don't know how much he told you guys, but we went to a gay bar, and some of my friends were there, a few gay friends, and they're 100% sure he's not straight.
Oh, really?
Really?
Like all of them collectively thought that?
Yeah, and they're never wrong about this stuff.
Really? Okay.
gaydar, huh?
So you don't want to go out with him on another date because you think that he's not interested in you.
Or women.
Right.
Or that's what I mean, women in general.
Yeah, I mean, he seemed interested, and at the time I didn't actually think so, but the more I have been thinking about it since then, the more I agree with them, and I think he's probably gay.
Well,
I feel like if he is gay, he doesn't even know he's gay yet. Because
Yeah.
he seems pretty oblivious to most
Girls.
things in life.
Yeah, that's what they were saying, is that he probably has no idea, but he was just way too comfortable. Like, he said it was the first time he's been to a gay bar, but he was like singing and dancing and like I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
don't you
said-
think maybe he was just cutting loose? Like,
He did
I
say,
don't dance at normal bars, but anytime I've been to a gay bar, for some reason, the dancing takes over. Then I'll get hammered and dance. I don't know why.
and he did say that he had felt more open and comfortable there than he
Oh, he did say that.
has
Yeah.
maybe ever.
Like free.
Yeah, at the time I just thought he was having fun and like we were having a fun time together, but like, for example, my gay friends pointed out like he was in the bathroom grooming his hair and like just being really meticulous about it. Obviously I didn't see that, but they were telling me about it, and they were saying like his mannerisms are like kind of stereotypically gay or effeminate, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, This sounds like they're even playing into the gay stereotype at this point, you know?
Yeah, I know it sounds like stereotyping, but like they were very insistent that they are all in agreement he is not straight.
Wow.
Every single one of your gay friends thinks this dude is gay.
Dang.
Yeah, there were like 5 of my friends there, 5 gay guys I know who all agree.
Why wouldn't you go out on another date with him and just, I don't know,
Find
test
out.
the waters?
I just don't want to get involved if he's like discovering something about himself. I don't want to complicate that any more than it already is.
You know what? We talked to him, and he did sound like he was discovering a lot of things.
Yeah,
like the way that he even talked about being there, he was like, I felt the most free. So, I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily argue with you. Maybe he is, but you don't want to go out with him again just in case he's all of a sudden realizing that he might be gay.
He's a great guy, and we could be friends, but I just don't want to get romantically involved with him right now, you know?
Well, maybe you can talk to him about being his friend because he's actually on the phone right now listening and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Amanda.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Dan. I did not know you were listening.
Yeah, I'm a little confused here.
I think so. I think that's the whole point of the phone call, Dan.
No, I mean, Amanda, I don't know how to say this, but I'm not gay.
It's like an opposite.
You guys,
Yeah.
don't laugh at him.
Amanda, I think your friends are mistaken. I think they're the ones that are a little confused because I'm super straight, like
super duper.
Look, Dan, I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to call you out or out you on the radio, but I just am going by what my friends said.
Your friends were so cool. Like, I would trust them also, but not about this. Like, we, like, totally hit it off. And, I mean, if I was gay, would we have, like, that kiss kind of rocked,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, but gay guys can kiss well, too. That doesn't mean anything.
Right, but they usually kiss guys well.
I mean, Amanda, I will say, I don't think that you're being fair. Like, he's saying he is attracted to you, and that's all that matters. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if down the road he's attracted to right now he's attracted to you.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm not attracted to men, so I'm not gonna like become attracted to men.
Okay, well, what about my friend with the tattoo? You were, like, holding his arm, like, admiring his tattoo for, I don't know, like, 5 full minutes.
Whoa.
The ink work on his arm is spectacular. The shadowing is amazing. Look, I've been wanting to get, like, a really rad tribal for a while, and Charlie's work was amazing.
A really rad tribal. I don't think he's gay.
Amanda, you had a good time with him. You had fun. You guys shared a great kiss. I feel like you're letting your friends ruin something that could be really cool.
Yeah, who knows?
Like I said, he's saying he's attracted to you, and he likes tattoos.
One of them said, Shantae, you stay. And look, I don't know what that means, but I was like, I'm cool. I'm going to hang out.
Okay. Sounds what I don't have no I have no idea what you just said, Dan, or we're even trying to explain, but Amanda, will you go out on a second date with Dan? We'll pay for it. He's telling you that he's not gay, even though your friends say he is.
I'm not gay. I'm not gay.
You don't have to keep saying it, bro.
I guess if you guys are paying for it, I'd be open to that. We can hang out. But I feel like I'm going to need some convincing that you're actually not gay.
Oh.
I am so down to convince you that I don't want to be with a man, but I want to, like, hang out with you.
This is not convincing.
Yeah, I'm not convinced, but hopefully, Amanda, you'll be convinced. Congratulations, Dan. You got a second date.
Shantae, you stay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Shantae, you
yes,
stay.
Shantae.
Congratulations. It's always good when you're out in the dating world to try new things, whether it's a new restaurant or some new foods or find a new safe word.
What?
It's one of the longest words in the English dictionary, flossinasinahillipilification. Try to use that as a safe word. You screw up one syllable, it's going to take a long time for things to stop.
Oh, no.
And Dan is on the phone right now for a second date. He tried something new for his first date, but now he's not getting a call back. What's up, Dan?
What's up? Hey, guys.
How are you?
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm all right.
Awesome. Well, not totally all right because you're not getting a call back from a girl you really want to go out with again. But before we get into your actual date, what's her name?
Amanda.
Amanda. All right. And where did you meet Amanda?
You've heard of that thing called Tinder? Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you're a funny guy too.
Wait, spell that out.
Yeah, never heard of it. I don't know. We do these second dates all the time. First time anybody's ever mentioned Tinder.
Someone just told me about it, so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll get on
You've
Tinder.
never heard of it before? Are you being sarcastic?
I think he's kidding.
I'm more of a Match.com guy, but they were like, Tinder's really the way to go. And
Wait, so are you serious? You hadn't really heard of Tinder before?
I mean, I had heard people talking about it, and I was like, it's
Okay.
Okay.
So you
just had to
decided
experience it.
to actually try it. All right. So you
I
met
had
her.
no idea. It's a whole new world.
It's a lot different than Match, isn't it?
A lot different than Match.
Right.
But yeah, is all the swiping stuff, and like, I don't know, like we matched, and there's that moment where I go, oh my God, maybe this, and we were like chatting, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or whatever. We're trying to
That's a
figure
while.
out.
Yeah.
It is a while, but like, I asked like the 5 questions, like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite taco? What's your favorite sports team?
You're not short on details. You're not short on details, Dan, and that's what I like about you. You make sure you get everything in. Let's just get to the date. Not to rush you along, but we're up against the clock here.
Hey, this Tinder thing's new to him.
Yeah. I know that.
It's very novel.
Yeah, I know you're excited about Tinder, but let's get to what you guys actually did. Your email said that you did something that you haven't done before with a girl, and what exactly was that? If you can say it on the radio.
Well, she said, hey, do you mind if I pick a place? And I was like, oh, no, that's cool. And she goes, yeah, there's this great bar. The drinks are like a little on the cheaper side, so it's really casual. And they've got music. And,
all right, Dan.
Like, again, with the details.
What did you do?
You make sure you get you.
Well, she like sold it, and I was like, yeah, okay, fine. And we get to the place, and there was a rainbow flag out front.
Okay.
So it's a gay bar.
Yeah, she was like, hey, she brought me to a gay bar. And I was like, well, I've never been to a gay bar, but...
What rock are you living under, Dan?
I didn't know that you could just sort of like go to a gay bar to hang out if you weren't gay. And
They don't check your
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're actually one of the groups in America that's pretty inclusive, like pretty understanding of people that want to like hang out. I think they've had a lot of people tell them they can't go places, so they're pretty cool with anybody showing up.
Yeah, I know that now.
So it sounded like did that freak you out?
No, it didn't freak me out at all. I'm not gay, so I didn't know like if I had to act a certain way or something.
Yeah, we got that.
No, you don't have to act.
Yeah, you can just go be yourself. Were you yourself? Is the reason you're not getting a call back because you were all weird?
No.
I felt freer than I'd ever felt in a while. It was like really cool. Like we were dancing, but then we decided to like sit down and talk for a while. And people kept coming up to her, and they were like, who's this tall drink of water? And I'd never heard that before. I was like, I'm a drink of water? Like, I'd never
heard that before either.
Okay, Dan.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing people say.
Oh.
So, Dan, did you act mystified the entire time you were there? Because I would say that would be a turnoff for me.
And no, I wasn't mystified. I was smiling a lot. Like, it was cool. I was having a good time.
Okay.
So, like, eventually the bar was getting a little rowdy, a little too loud and crowded. And so we just decided to just head out. And we were walking back to her car. And I don't know, I was just like, screw it. Like, I felt pretty free. And I kissed her.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
yeah.
Did she enjoy it?
Yeah, she kissed me back.
Nice.
And I was like, hey, I've had the best time tonight. You want to do this again? And she said, yeah, like resounding yes. And I reached out the next day, and I was like, hey, had a great time. I even put like a little gay flag emoji on the text. I thought that was kind of cool because we were at the gay bar, but whatever. and then nothing. And like the blue bubbles went to green bubbles, and I was like, oh wait, I think I got like blocked.
Wait, you think that she blocked your number?
Well, I don't know. You know how sometimes if your blue bubbles turn to green bubbles?
Does that mean you got blocked?
I've never been blocked.
I just thought it went off of iMessage.
I have Android, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. We've got so much information here to work with now, Dan. I don't want to get into all that.
Sure.
But we do know that she's ignored you since your date.
I don't like to use the word ignore, but yeah, she's been ignoring me. And
Okay.
honestly, I had a much better time than I expected I was going to at a gay bar. It was pretty cool.
Well,
Okay, Dan.
That's
it.
We'll give it a
You can
shot.
stop it
We'll
there.
try.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna play a song and then we'll come back and call her and get your second date. All right?
Cool.
Okay. Hang on.
We got an email for a second date from a guy named Dan. And Dan only waited 4 days after his date to get in touch with us.
Okay.
Normally,
quick, yeah.
Normally people wait like a week,
Yeah.
2 weeks, several years before they'll enlist our help.
It's actually, it's happened multiple times.
But Dan needs instant gratification.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, Dan, you're coming across a little bit needy. And it's turning me on.
No, it's not instant gratification. I just want to figure it out before the line goes cold.
Yeah, Jeff, that's what I thought.
I'm just saying, it's working.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe she doesn't feel the same way that I do.
We like clingy.
But who do you need to get a hold of? Tell us her name. Because if you're checking in with us after 4 days, it probably means you've called her upwards of like 40 times.
No, like 3 times.
Yeah, anybody in the room believe Dan?
We'll do the radio math on that one. And
Times in a minute.
You multiply by 56, I think.
So what's her name?
Her name's Jody.
All right.
Okay. And how'd you meet Jody?
We met on a dating app.
Okay. What'd you like about her?
So I just like how she was like put together because, a lot of people are just in their yoga pants on the apps, but she was actually like well dressed, put together. And then like when we met up in person, she didn't wear any makeup and still looked good, which I like and appreciate that it's not. She like tries but isn't like too obsessed about it.
Okay.
Most girls would
That's
never
nice.
go on a date without makeup. Well, the girls I'm into.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Okay.
most
What'd you
girls.
guys end up doing for your date?
Well, we decided to just hang out and grab a drink because, you never know what people are like in person and all that.
Sure.
What does that mean? You don't know what people are going to be like in person, so you grab a drink?
Maybe their photos are like 3 years and 45 pounds ago. Maybe the guy's a crazy person, so you meet in public. That's what everyone does.
Have you had
It
those
makes sense.
experiences?
Hasn't everyone on a dating app had those experiences?
Yeah, you're making me sound weird. I'm not the weird one here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's safe. One drink isn't a huge commitment. It's half an hour tops if things aren't going well.
Yeah, exactly. But things were going well. We're drinking at the bar. I'm like really into skimboarding.
What's
and
that?
she didn't know what that was. It's like surfing, but instead of being in the water, you're on the sand and run towards the water, and then like drop the board and hop on.
Right. It's like, I always thought that was boogie boarding or whatever, but it's different.
No,
it's
that's when
different
you're on
than
your
that.
belly. This you start running and throw the board on the sand, on the
Okay.
wet sand, and go into the ocean.
It looks like it's more painful when you fall.
It's definitely not fun when you fall. I would agree with that.
That's cool. Was she impressed?
Well, she'd never heard of it, so I showed her a couple of videos. Then I started actually asked the bartender for like an old cardboard box and started demonstrating it in the bar. There's a little room.
What?
You demonstrated skimboarding in the bar?
Like slow motion. I didn't actually go anywhere, but just the mechanics of it. Like you run, drop, and slide.
What was her response to that?
She was into it, and then after a couple times I did it, she decided to do it. But then, like, she started falling over, but I caught her. Like it was kind of, so that worked out.
Did you kiss her or when you caught her, or what'd you do?
We had a nice eye contact moment, kind of huggy, grippy, but didn't.
Grippy.
Sounds like things were going well.
Yeah, and then a little while later, I was like, hey, what about coming over to my place to watch a movie? And she was totally down with it.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe a movie, maybe something else.
Right.
Okay.
Because nobody ever just means movie.
Yeah. How'd things go back at your place?
It started out good. We started watching a movie, but like my place was a little dirty. Maybe I didn't believe in myself that night before I left. I didn't like clean up right.
I know this is gonna happen anyway.
I see.
I feel like it always works that way, though, right? Like, it's like when you go out and you're a woman and you don't shave your legs, you're like, well, it's not going to lead to anything. And then you're like, dang it! So hairy!
I mean, it sounds like a match made in heaven. Like, you didn't clean your apartment, she didn't put on makeup or try it all. Like, it didn't seem like either of you were very into this.
But like I hadn't done the dishes and the trash, and like, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes in, I felt her notice it, really. And like, the vibe definitely changed.
Did you say anything about it?
No, before I even could, she just started going like, I'm getting tired, I gotta go, but I definitely want to come back and we'll finish the movie another time.
Well, that seems legit, though.
But she never called back, and like I feel she's totally blowing me off.
Okay. Weird. So what do you think it is?
I think it's the messy apartment, but usually I'm not messy at all. That's the crazy thing. It's just that was the one time that I didn't clean that day, or that week. I didn't at work a lot and didn't get a chance to clean up, and I guess I should always believe in myself.
I mean, that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
I know, but there's nothing more depressing than when you clean up right before a date and then you come home alone to a spotless apartment and you're like, well, that was a double waste of time.
Rubs it in your face.
Yeah.
That's why I never clean too, bro. I feel you, man.
You and Jose are kindred spirits. So, all right. Well, we're going to play a song. We'll come back and we'll call Jody for you and try and get you your second date, okay?
All right. Maybe you can convince her I'm not a slob.
I mean, you're asking a lot from me. You're still really playing that needy role here. But we'll try our best, all right? We're going to do that next. You're just tuning in for the second date. We're on the phone with one of our listeners named Dan. And Dan, most people would probably look at your date and point out all the red flags.
Oh,
okay. But I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
All right, I'm not going to call attention to the fact that you're anti-women wearing yoga pants. Or that you set a one-drink limit for yourself at the bar for some reason, or your unusually dirty apartment. And I'm especially not going to harp on the fact that it's only been 4 days since you met this woman. And now you're asking a radio station to contact her for you. I'm not going to point those things out.
Dude, kick him while he's down.
But what I will point out is that you, sir, have one of the best, and I really mean this, one of the best phone connections that we've ever heard.
You do
called
have a
into
good,
this show.
It is a good line.
And that's something no amount of red flags can ever take away from you.
You're gonna jinx it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it is clear. It's very clear. Yeah.
I know. That's like 5 bars right
Yeah,
there.
I think so. Dan, just checking. I mean, is there anything else that we need to know that you're leaving out? Because sometimes people do that with us.
Look, I understand how you could twist this, but, like, here's the deal, right? Like, I like her. Like, who skimboards in a bar, Like, she's cool. Plus, honestly, like, I only watched a little bit of the movie with her before she left, and I want to see the end of the movie.
I will say, I think that's a good sign. It's a good sign of a devoted person. If you are actually willing to not finish a movie without someone else.
Yes. Dan, you're definitely one of our most devoted callers that we've ever had call in for a second date.
I think that's a compliment.
It's the biggest compliment I can give.
Or it's just there. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to call Jody for you and get your second date, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Jody, please?
Who's calling?
Is this Jody?
Who's calling?
I asked you first, is this Jody?
That's fair.
This is Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. Now you go. Is this Jody?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Hi,
okay.
Jody.
Hi.
She's so confused.
We're calling you today because we're doing something called a second date. Have you ever heard of that before?
Maybe, I don't know, like a long time ago. I don't know.
Okay, well, just to refresh your memory, it's if someone goes out on a date and afterwards they're not getting a call back, they can reach out to us and we'll call that person for you to figure out the reason why.
Oh, that's so weird.
Well, we're calling you because you recently went out with a guy. His name's Dan.
Oh.
Yeah, very recently.
Yeah.
Like 4 days ago, he said.
Yeah, I just went out with him.
Yeah, he's eager, Jody.
He had a really good time with you, and he's wondering how you felt about it.
I don't know. I mean,
Because he did tell us about what happened on the date. He said you guys went to a bar, and he showed you how to, what was it, skin surfing?
Skimboard.
Skimboarding.
Skimboarding. Yeah?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like you enjoyed that.
Well, you had to have enjoyed it because he said that, you guys went back to his apartment. So if you weren't having a good time, you would have left already.
Yeah, we did go back to his place to watch a movie. And, I mean, it was fine at first, but I guess I started feeling a little uncomfortable.
When did those uncomfortable feelings begin?
I feel like we're in a 6th grade sex ed class all of a sudden.
Yeah.
No, he was like a gentleman, right? Like, it wasn't like that. But I don't know. I wasn't there that long, and his apartment is just a little weird.
He did mention that it was kind of dirty. Yeah, he told us. Was that a turnoff?
I mean, a little of that maybe, but like then I went and I used the restroom, and I noticed that there was like this snowman soap dish, which I just like thought was weird. And then when I came out, I noticed that there were like these Santa figurine things on like his coffee table, and there was like Christmas stuff on his mantle. And as I was coming out of the bathroom, I could see like the back corner of the room where we were sitting, like, and there was a big Christmas tree in the corner.
Wow, you must have been like more than one drink in if you missed a Christmas tree when you walked in.
Well, it wasn't on when we got home. Obviously, like the lights were all off, but when I came out of the bathroom, he had turned the lights on the Christmas tree.
It was like mood lighting in his apartment?
Yeah, but it's like not Christmas time. I didn't know what was going on. I don't know. It was like a lot of stuff. Like I kind of felt like he's like a Christmas freak or something. Like I don't know. Maybe it's like laziness. Maybe he just doesn't want to pack the stuff up.
So he's like either really lazy or he's obsessed with Christmas.
But why would that make you stop seeing somebody that you were having a good time with?
I mean, honestly, like I haven't said no yet to like going out again. Like I'm just trying to think about how to like bring up that I think it's like a little weird. I feel bad that I just like left.
Maybe in a Christmas card it would get across to him how you really felt.
I wonder if there was another way we could bring it up.
That's an interesting point, Jose.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Because maybe it's the right time to let you know, Jody, that Dan has been on the other line listening this entire time and wants to talk to you.
What? No.
Yeah, he sees you when he's sleeping, and he knows that you're awake.
Don't do that.
No. Shut up. He's not on the phone.
He is. Dan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey!
Hi, Jody.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Can I ask you a question? Are you like Jewish or something? Is that why the whole thing's offending you?
What? That's the question?
It's a fair point.
No, I'm not actually, but I wouldn't say I'm offended by it. I just thought it was weird. Can I ask a question? You had a radio station call me?
Yeah, that might have been an overreaction.
Might.
I mean, it's only been like 4 days since I saw you. Like, I don't
My
understand.
experience, once it's like 5-6 days, a second date isn't going to happen, so I just wanted to figure it out either way.
I will say I'll back Dan on that because honestly, Jody, be honest. Were you actually going to call him back?
I honestly was still thinking about it. That's honestly.
Okay.
But the more days you think, the less the chances are of you calling him. It goes 6, 7, 8 days. Next thing you know,
It's exponential growth.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Okay, but the problem obviously comes from the Christmas decorations inside Dan's apartment. So, Dan, can you explain why do you have Christmas decorations up right now?
I like the holiday vibe, you know, like it improves my spirit and attitude. You know, if I'm having a bad day, I turn on the lights, it feels a little happier.
Dude, totally, man.
But all year long?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that the thing about the holidays? It's like a special time of year. If you make it 12 months out of the year, then it's not special anymore.
I can understand that viewpoint. It's been working for me. I mean, this is the first year I've gone year-round, but I've definitely gotten 6 months before, you know, and if we're putting cards on the table, like I didn't even show you my reindeer.
What reindeer?
I have a whole collection of different stuffed reindeer, you know, like 50 different ones, and they just make me feel better about things.
Oh, okay. Just 50 stuffed reindeer. That's not weird. Right, Jody?
Oh my God. I mean, the whole thing is weird. To have Christmas stuff up right now, I mean, to me, it's a little weird. I mean, I guess like maybe wanting to cheer yourself up is like a nice idea to just have. I don't know about these reindeer though, but maybe.
I don't understand why you're hating on Christmas like this.
I don't think she's
Wait
hating
a minute.
Christmas.
I'm not hating on it. I was surprised more than anything.
Okay, well, Dan, now you know what made her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And Jody, you know now that he's a little bit of a Christmas freak. So now that all the feelings are out there, what do you say, Jody, to going out with Dan one more time? We'll pay for it.
I mean...
And on top of this, we'll also throw in a free helping of Christmas cheer on the house.
Dan, can I ask you, one more question?
Okay.
Would you be open to maybe just, toning it down a little bit? The tree, definitely. But maybe, the stockings,
Okay. Well, now
You have
you're
stockings too?
Jody, you're getting a little controlling. You're trying to redecorate his entire
Oh
apartment
my
now.
God.
Take away the tree. Take away Christmas.
No, I'm with you, Jody. Take it down, Dan.
Oh.
Look, I guess it's been far enough away from Christmas. I could get rid of some stuff, put it in the closet, the tree and stocking, but can I keep the snowman soap dish, though? I really like that when I wash my hands.
What do you think, Jody? Don't be a Scrooge.
I'm okay with the soap dish.
All right. So is that a yes? You guys are going to go out on another date?
Yeah, that's a yes.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
Look at the magic of the season does exist.
Yeah. Now sing us out with a Christmas tune.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Here.
Santa Claus.
You guys like it? I changed Santa to Dan.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Good, Dan.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
How many second date updates have we done? Hundreds?
Oh my God, thousands.
Feels
I
like
feel
millions. A lot of second date updates. And whenever we're out, doing an event or at a comedy show or something like that, people always ask me, they go, hey, what happened to so-and-so?
Yeah.
Did you ever get an update on this person? You guys should do a third date update,
All the time.
People always want to know what happens with the people in the second date updates. A lot of times people break up or go their separate ways. Sometimes they do keep in touch with us and let us know what's going on. But I was very happy to hear from a couple recently. You may remember their names, Danica and Mike.
Oh, yeah. Tell me their story again. I kind of forget.
They were on about 4 months ago. It was a really popular second date update. Danica was the young lady who was very emotional and was crying during the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Poor
really
girl.
upset.
Yeah, she showed up to her date a little late and just was freaking
Lost
out,
it.
just crying and wouldn't stop. Well, a lot of our listeners are familiar with this one, but if you're not, we're going to play it again for you because at the end of it, we actually have an update from Danica and Mike.
We do?
Yeah. We don't do this often.
Wow.
But we've finally been in contact with some people, and we do have an update on their situation. It's your second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Danica is on the phone with us. Today she wants to do a second date update to a guy named Mike. Apparently they met online and went out, and she's very upset that she's not getting a call back. Danica, how are you?
I'm all right.
Oh, honey.
Are you okay?
Well, I mean, I just feel like, I feel like I screwed up a little bit on this one. So, I don't want to cry. I feel really, I feel pretty emotional, and I just feel like it was my fault.
Oh, sweetheart. Calm down.
Are you nervous to be doing the second date update right now? Is that part of the reason that you're emotional, or are you this emotional about the date that you went on?
Like everything. I mean, it's obviously not trying to call up and be all emotional on the radio. I just, when I start, I just, sometimes I can't stop.
Yeah. Take a few breaths. We're here to help you out. All right?
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
So tell us about the date.
Well, that's the thing. I was supposed to meet him for dinner, and my dog Monkey, I had to walk her before I left, and she wouldn't go to the bathroom, she just wouldn't go, and I couldn't leave because she'll go in the house.
Yeah.
So I ended up being 5 minutes late.
5 minutes late? That's
not even bad.
It shouldn't be a big deal to be 5 minutes late.
Did something happen to your dog?
No, my dog is she's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
I thought maybe you were upset because something happened to your dog.
I'm just thinking that, like, you know, I should have been there and I should have been on time. And I just, you know, I think it shows, like, poor.
Hey, but you were.
Like to be tardy.
Yeah, but you were 5 minutes late, though, Danica. It's not the end of the world.
It's so bad, though, you know?
All right. Hey, Danica, 5 minutes is not really a big deal. 15, 20, 30 minutes late, that kind of gets annoying. 5 minutes late, trust me, I doubt he was really that upset about it.
Well, I mean, 5 minutes is fine, maybe fine for a normal date, but, like, what if it's, like, the one, you know, or it's the one you think is your dream man?
Did you think this guy was your dream man?
I met him online, and he is, like, everything that I want in a man.
Okay, wait, hold on. Had you
I'm
ever
telling
even...
you, I'm not like this. I'm not like this.
Okay, take a deep breath. Again, you're going to be okay, Danica. Did you talk to him for a long time before your guys' first date?
Well, I mean, obviously, we talked a couple times, but just his profile is, like, everything.
All right.
Sorry to laugh.
Well, it's
Yeah,
a lot.
keep it down, Jose.
Sorry, dude.
It's okay. I mean, I know it's kind of funny to some people, but it's just kind of how I react.
Well, it's not necessarily laughing at you crying about the situation. It's more, it was 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
And for most people, they would not get that worked up. If that's how you express yourself, that's how you express yourself.
I guess so.
Were you this visibly upset when you actually met him?
Well, I was, you know, yeah. I mean, I was driving, and, you know, of course, I was, like, you know, getting emotional in the car, and I was mad at my dog, you know, and, like, that's hard. And then I got to the restaurant, and, you know, I realized I hadn't even combed my hair, and my mascara was everywhere. And so I was just trying to be, you know, I tried to play it off.
So it was obvious that you had been crying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And I like, used myself to the bathroom to, like, go, like, get it together, you know.
Yeah.
And I came out and I sort of just lost it again, you know. I mean, I just think he was so sweet, and I started telling him about Monkey, and it was.
What did he do when you started crying?
He's like looked really surprised. He's a sensitive person, so sure he was upset for me, but he was like being strong.
So you guys continued the date after you were crying about your dog?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I told him what had happened with Monkey, and, you know, it made me feel better. We had eaten, and then the date was sort of, you know, over anyway, so.
Okay. How did it end with him?
He gave me a hug, and like a really super loving hug, and he just made me feel better, and I said, can I get a do-over? Like, this isn't me, this isn't how I am, and I texted him, like, a bunch of times, you know, not that many, but, you know, like enough that I probably thought I would hear back from him by now. So I don't understand why he wouldn't let me just have a do-over.
Danica?
Yeah, but Danica, if I went out on a date with you like that and you started bawling on the date, it would probably freak me out.
Yeah.
Either that or I would start crying too, and then we'd just be a mess, just the both of us at the table.
Well, you know, I mean, sometimes I get emotional, and that's just like who I am. But, you know,
I think that
I feel like, I mean, I don't love him, but I mean, you know, I like this guy a lot.
Whoa. I'm worried about you, Danica,
Yeah.
because this is just the part where we find out what happened on the date, and you haven't even really been able to keep it together.
I'm totally getting it together now. Listen, yeah, I totally am all right now.
Okay. All right.
I don't know
Well, we'll play a song.
Oh.
Do we have to?
Come back. Call him and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
I need you to be strong when we come back, okay?
I am. I'm totally gonna like wash my face and like get it together and
Okay.
regroup.
Okay, because if you cry twice to him, I guarantee that's going to scare him off.
I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna cry. Even if I get a little shaky, I'll hold the phone away from my mouth so that no one can hear.
If at any moment you just hang up the phone, I'll pretend like the connection dropped out.
Awesome.
If you want to cry for a bit, and then I'll get you back on the phone after, okay?
Okay.
All right, just hang on.
I can do this. I can do this.
Okay, hold on. Remember, before we play the next part of today's second date update, stick around, because we're actually going to talk to Danica and Mike again right afterwards. Apparently, they have an update for us on what happened since we recorded this a few months ago. But first, let's hear part 2 of their second date update.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, normally during a second date update, it's the second part of the phone call when we get the couple on the phone together and they talk that tears come out. It's already happened a lot. And I'm actually hesitant to do today's second date update because I don't know if Danica, who is on the phone with us right now, can handle it. Danica, are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm keeping it. I'm going to try and keep it together, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you definitely need to. If you're just tuning in, Danica wants to call Mike. They met online, went out for a date. She was 5 minutes late for the date, but was very emotional about it. She was crying on the way to the date. When she got there, she tried to clean herself up, and then once she actually sat down with the guy, she lost it again and ended up crying during the date. And she isn't getting a call back, and I'm assuming, I don't know yet, but I'm guessing that's the reason why, Danica. It would be very weird for me to go out with a girl and have her cry on a first date.
I know. I mean, I know it seems weird, but that's why I'm going to apologize to him and tell him I'm a normal person, you know?
Can I make one suggestion? Because I'm a person, I cry at every emotion. If you start to get emotional, pinch yourself. That's my trick. Because it helps you get out of your mindset of going down that path.
And then it hurts because you pinch yourself and you cry more because of the pain.
Ow!
Yeah. Oh, why'd you pinch me?
I'm willing to try anything, to be honest, and I will do it.
Do you feel strong right now? Do you feel like you could do it?
I do. Took some deep breaths, washed my face.
Okay. I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get him on the phone, and get your second date update.
Okay.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Mike, please?
This is Mike.
Mike, how you doing? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, where are you calling from?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Okay. Did I win something?
No, you didn't. I'm calling you because we recently got an email from somebody who went out on a date with you.
Okay.
And she's been trying to get a second date, but you haven't been returning any of her phone calls or text messages. So she asked if I could get you on the phone and find out why.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Danica, and I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that you remember this date.
Oh.
Yes, I do. So she emailed you to call me.
Yeah, it's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date Update.
That's a little awkward, but okay.
What did you think of Danica, first off?
I mean, Danica is a really sweet individual. I mean, she has a really great heart. I would just say that she is a very highly emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've talked to her about your date, and it was obvious from our conversation that she's very emotional.
Oh, okay, right. So then you got a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a sensitive guy, and I'm a Pisces. I pick up on people's vibes, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but I mean, I've never experienced anything like that date ever in my life.
She told us about it, and how she was 5 minutes late, and she was very upset about that, and she had been crying before. And
my God, I thought, she ran in the restaurant and had no idea what was going on. She had mascara down her face. And she was telling me about her dog named Monkey. And she literally, started crying hardcore at the table. And,
did you think, at first, did you think, the dog died or something?
That's exactly what I thought. So I'm in shock, because of the way she's reacting to it, but then she was so honestly upset that it was making me upset, and I felt so bad for her, but I didn't know what to do. So she's freaking bawling, and I'm sitting here she kind of got me teary-eyed, and and here we're like a mess sitting in the restaurant, like everybody's staring at us.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. Yeah, that would be awkward. That would definitely be awkward.
Yeah, it was the most awkward experience I've ever had in my life. And I feel bad for her. I mean, she's got a great heart.
Yeah, it sounds like she's a very sensitive person. I don't know what I would do if I was in your shoes. I'm a sucker when girls cry. Why do you think I can't ever break up with girls? Because they always like to cry as soon as you say I don't want to be with you. And then I'm like, all right, well, we'll stay. So I don't know what I would do if I was in your shoes.
Yeah, you know, and like finally when we left, I mean, I was pretty much in like a really weird mood afterwards. I mean, when someone is like deeply emotional for like an hour, like I was kind of a wreck, quite frankly.
I would have felt emotionally spent after that too.
I mean, that's the right word to use. Totally spent.
Oh my God.
All because she was 5 minutes late to your date.
Because she was late, and because she couldn't get her dog to use the bathroom or something. Like that's the craziest part.
Mike, I have to tell you this right now. Danica is actually on the phone listening.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
Hi, Mike. I'm so, first I just want to say, listening to you, the way that you just told our story was so sweet, and you're such a nice guy, and I don't know what to say.
Why are you crying now, Danica? You're gonna get me choked up here. Why are you crying?
Because I'm just trying to, I'm actually trying not to cry, and that's making me cry more.
Oh God, Danica.
Because I really care about you, and I really thought that, after all we talked about online, I just knew you're such a good person, and then I came and then I ruined everything, and I totally a terrible. I just felt
no. Stop. You're not a terrible person. You didn't ruin anything. Okay, I am sorry that that I couldn't deal with the situation properly. I apologize.
But it's like we talked so many times, and it was building up towards the date, and then I show up and I'm late, and that's so inconsiderate, and I felt so stupid. And
No. It's okay. You were late. I mean, it's that happens. It's not any reason to
Oh my gosh, honey.
No, don't cry. Come on, Danica, don't.
Trying not to. I swear. I just wanna say that, and I know you've been avoiding my calls and my texts, and I understand.
I have, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Come on now. I mean, look, I'm an emotional guy too. I mean, how are we supposed to function as a normal couple if I'm so sensitive and in tune to you, and you're connected to your heart, right? I mean, how are we supposed to balance that? We'd be a walking mess, It's like a basket case of emotions running around the street.
Are you saying you're concerned, Mike, that her being so emotional and you being so emotional, all you guys are going to do is sit around and cry together?
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to sit around and cry, but I mean, I'm saying that I'm going to feed into her feelings, and I'm going to want to, nurture that. But I just feel like that's focused. That's kind of the energy is too focused on one thing. I don't want it to be a negative situation.
I don't think it's negative, though. I mean, I don't think it's negative. I think that you were, such a good, you showed me, what a good guy you were. Just, sit there, and you were so sweet to me and so comforting, and, that's exactly the kind of guy I need.
Hey, look, you are sweet, okay? And that's why I was there. It's just... How are we supposed to function if we can't even have a conversation without you crying,
Mike, would you be interested in trying to have a conversation with no tears with Danica?
I mean, if that's possible.
I can see if it's possible and ask you if you'd like to go out with Danica again. I'll pay for a second date for you guys.
It's possible, I swear.
What do you think, Danica? Do you think we can go
No tears this time?
I promise. Like, I am like, I'm all cried out, you know? Like, I did it.
We can be happy, and we don't have
Yes.
to. And if I'm late or you're late, it's going to be okay.
Well, I'm not going to be late.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the thing.
Fair enough.
Here's the thing that you don't even know. Is that when I'm happy, like, I'm so happy.
Don't display you have major mood swings. Don't do that. I go from super happy to tears
Danica.
in the matter of seconds. All right. Well, Mike, so you will go out with Danica again?
Let's give it another try.
All right.
That is
Awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
It already is.
I can't believe it's happening, Danica. You may have found, you're right, your dream man, all right?
I told you, Brooke,
Yeah.
this is so awesome.
Don't screw it up, okay? No more tears.
No more tears. I'm totally going to keep it together.
Okay. Congratulations, Danica. You got your second date.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, you guys.
You're
oh
welcome.
My God, I'm so excited.
Mike, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing back from you guys after you go out.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep you updated.
Today's second date update brought to you by Xanax.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
You just heard one of the most popular second date updates that we've ever done on this show with Danica and Mike, who miraculously agreed to see each other one more time, even after Danica would not stop crying.
She's an
like a
emotional
second.
girl. It's okay.
It's been a few months since we recorded that call, and we have them both actually on the phone right now because people have been asking for this, for us to do updates on the second date updates. So, hey guys, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. Thanks for coming on the show. And so, first question I have for Danica is, last time we talked to you, you were having trouble holding it together. Very emotional. How are your emotions right now? Are you going to be okay?
I know. I'm an emotional person, but I mean, I couldn't be happier right now, so I feel pretty good.
I'm always curious when people go out on a date after they've done a second date update with us. Is it a more comfortable situation going into it, or was it more pressure because your whole story had been told to everybody and now it's kind of uncomfortable?
Well, I think it kind of gave us something to, like, go from and talk about and laugh at, I guess.
I think I was definitely more nervous.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
Because you heard the way that she was crying on the phone, and you were like, I don't know if I should have agreed to a second date here.
You know, I have to say though, I'm so thankful, because if it wasn't for you guys, I don't know that we would have been where we are now, you know?
Right. So, Danica, you wrote in saying that you wanted to update our listeners on something.
Yes. Okay. So, well, I mean, we're moving in together.
Shut up!
Really?
That is so cute.
Awesome.
I'm so excited, and everything has really just, I don't know, it's moved kind of quickly, but I feel like we just get each other, and I can't wait. You know, he's my best friend, and he's just everything that I've ever needed or wanted in
Thank you.
a boyfriend. So,
Oh, look at
See,
this.
it's a
So
second date
cute.
update that actually worked out, you know?
So cool.
you guys really helped. I think really did help the situation, I think.
That's
They
good.
sound so happy.
You know, Mike, you told our producer off air that there's an update that Danica doesn't know about that you wanted to share.
Yes, I did.
He's like, we're breaking up.
Yeah, about that.
Oh my
There's
God.
somebody else.
It's been great, however. Absolutely not.
That's not funny, though, really.
Yeah, don't cry, Danica. I'm just joking. You guys are obviously very happy with each other. But apparently you told our producer Boy, that you had something that you wanted to tell us about.
So I feel like it's only appropriate, since we would have never had a second chance without you guys. And I mean, I'm so excited that we're moving in together. I'm so excited to be with you. And I think that this is really the first time that I felt so honestly connected to someone. And
Sorry, it's cute.
and I absolutely love you. And you would make me the happiest man if you would marry me.
Oh my God. Are you?
I'm so serious right now.
Oh my God.
Are you just?
She's crying. There it goes.
Of course she's
crying.
Every girl cries at this moment. She hasn't said yes or no, though.
I know.
I'm sorry I'm doing this on the air, but I just feel like it's appropriate. And Danica, I've never been happier
Oh my God, I love you so much.
in my life.
Of course.
She said yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Congratulations. Danica, are you all right?
I can't talk. I can't.
Yeah, you can take a couple minutes to breathe, Danica. That's fine. Congratulations, though.
Holy crap.
So is that a yes, Danica?
Yes. I was so excited. Oh, my mom.
Something about her mom.
I'm gonna come over to your work as soon as we get off the phone. I'm sorry to do this
Come
on the
over
air,
now,
but I
I was going to say, do you have like a ring and all that stuff? Did you already get that all taken care of? Or?
yes, I'm going to bring it to her immediately.
Oh, this is so
my
awesome.
Oh my
Awesome.
gosh.
Well, congratulations, you guys. Thank you for the update.
Wow.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you guys.
Thank
I
you
mean,
so much.
I feel like we should invite you to the wedding.
Yeah, invite us. I'm down to go.
Oh my God. Jubal actually cries at every wedding he
I
goes
do.
to, so he'll be right there with you, Danica. Don't worry.
Hey, Danica, I feel like your wedding should actually be sponsored by Kleenex. Maybe we can figure that out.
Moving 92.5.
Right in the middle of a second date, and if you're just joining us, we're about to call the perfect woman. She likes black beans, she's got a hot body, and apparently she just got out of a long-term relationship. The perfect woman, at least according to Daniel, who's on the phone for a second date today. He met a girl named Jill at Chipotle. They were standing in line, and they bonded over the fact that they both like black beans. That was the big thing. She's dating material, and she's not crazy, because any girl that's single for a long time is usually crazy.
But only girls.
Yeah, only girls, though, not guys.
Because he's been single for 2 years.
All right, Daniel, I'm about to give her a call. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, but I didn't say all of them are crazy. Some of them are needy, too.
Oh my God, Daniel.
Crazy and needy, my bad. Or needy.
Your hypocrisy knows no end. Daniel, have you ever thought, I mean, I'm guessing no to this question, but maybe she's not calling you back because she just got out of a long-term relationship and doesn't want to jump into another relationship.
Nah, I think there was just too much that was good. I mean, she had a hot body. We like the black beans. Everything you guys said already was true. So
yeah,
man, it does sound like you had a deep connection. You're right.
I think it was probably just too much good stuff all in one day because, I mean, everything was so perfect. She was probably like, wow, I met Mr. Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Overwhelming.
Just a little bit shook from that experience. All right,
Scared to call Mr. Right.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now and find out if that is the issue, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Jill, please?
this is Jill.
Jill, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi.
Hi. Do you know what that is? Do you know what Brooke and Jubal in the Morning is?
Well, I think it's a show.
Yes, it is.
All right,
it's a
Jill.
radio show. Have you ever listened to us before?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, good. It's good. It's good to like not really be sure about that. That speaks highly of us. I'm calling you today though because we got an email about you from somebody who listens to our show.
Are you sure you have the right number?
I'm pretty sure. We do a segment called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. So we got an email about you from Daniel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what does he want?
Well, he wants to know why you won't commit to going on another date with him.
Oh.
He told us about when he met you. He said that he really liked you. He thought you guys had a good connection, and he's just confused.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy, I think, and he's pretty cute. I just, it's not really about him right now. It's about me. I know that sounds lame, but
No,
just being honest.
Kind of stereotypical.
He told us that you had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and I suggested that maybe you just weren't ready to enter another one, and that's why you weren't calling him back.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that. Can I just be honest?
Yeah.
Sure.
For sure.
Well, I was in a long-term relationship, but my boyfriend just received a prison term, and so he's going to be locked up for, I think, 3 years.
Ooh.
Okay.
A minimum. And so it's just making it really weird for me right now.
So wait, are you single or are you still with prison guy?
So when he went away, we were still together, but he said, I'll be in here a while, and he doesn't really want me to wait on him, and he wants me to be happy, which is totally the guy that he is, and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Daniel the next day, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll see. It's a nice guy, and I don't know. Let's see, but I'm just still not sure.
Okay, so you kind of still have a boyfriend.
Well, I want to be open. It's just a little complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So you did like Daniel, though. You thought he was like a good dude. It's just that you have a ex-boyfriend, sort of still boyfriend who's locked up right now.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was nice being, out and having fun and not thinking about all of these other crazy things. And we had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jill, I also have to let you know that Daniel is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, he wants to talk to you. And this is not a collect call. There's no time limit on it either. So you can talk to him for a minute if you want to.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to him?
Are you serious right now?
Yes, I am. Unless you hung up. Daniel, are you still there?
Yeah. Hey, Jill.
Hi.
So, why didn't you tell me about this before? I mean, that's a concern for me.
Concern?
Well,
can you tell me how big this person is, or how tall they are?
How big? Are you gonna fight him?
Are you scared? What are you saying?
I mean, your dude's in prison. Like, that's just... I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, Phoenix, he's in there for 3 years, so...
Yeah, but is it like a white-collar crime or a blue-collar crime? Is he tough, or...
I mean, you're really strong, so, you don't have to worry about any of that. I can tell you, you're a tough guy a little bit, and I felt really safe with you, so,
You can square up with him.
Huh.
He sounds worried.
What are you worried about, Danny? You worried about, like, you start dating Jill, and then in 3 years gets out of jail, and then...
Comes right after you?
His name's Phoenix. I mean, this sounds like a really tough dude. I don't know anybody called that.
He's a really nice guy. He's super sweet. She got caught up with the wrong crowd. It's nothing that you should worry about, Daniel. I had a really good time with you, and I know that if anything ever happened, like... You'd be fine. You've been in a knife fight at least once, right?
What? What'd you say?
A knife fight?
For real?
No, I've never been in a knife fight. Why would you ask me that?
I mean, the world is a crazy place. Anything could happen.
Yeah, but you just said a knife. Like, that's the kind of stuff that happens in prison. I'm not trying to be in knife fights all of a sudden.
No, knife fights happen outside of prison, too. They can happen anywhere. And, that's how people usually end up getting locked up in the first place.
Oh.
Well, now we got
okay.
all
Now
that
we're maybe
story.
getting a little information on why Phoenix is locked up.
Oh, dang.
Jill, I can't tell if you think knife fight is a positive or a negative for Daniel. Like, what's the best answer here?
Well, he seems like a guy that can handle himself.
Hey, newsflash. I can't handle myself in a knife fight. I'm just telling you.
Is that a deal breaker for you, Jill?
No, I just think he's tougher than he thinks.
Okay.
You can do it, bro.
Yeah.
You're up
We
for
believe
it?
in you.
Could you give me his whole name so I can Google this and do some research afterwards?
I don't even know his last name.
What?
What are you talking about? Like, he has no last name?
I'm sure he was born with the last name. It's just he never told me the whole time we were dating. He's never used a last name.
You see, we were dating for like 2 years.
This guy sounds nuts. I don't know what to say.
Jill, would you like to go on a second date with Daniel? We'll pay for it. He's got to bring his own knife, though. We're not paying for the knife.
I would.
You would?
I would. Yeah. He seems like he's a little shy, but he's also like strong and, just in case anything gets rough out there in the world, I feel like he could protect me.
Oh my God.
Daniel? What do you think, man? You got a second date.
I think he just peed himself.
I might have to think about it. I don't know. I don't know.
Are you scared to say no, Daniel, or are you really contemplating this?
Well, things have changed because there's another component to this. So I'm not saying no. I think you have a lot of good attributes. Like, your body is amazing. I just need more time to think about this.
Okay.
All right, Jill.
Jill, does that work for you? He's going to think about it a little bit?
I mean, yeah, Daniel, you could think about it, but don't wait too long. You know who's coming out soon.
Don't wait too long, because otherwise Phoenix will be out and looking for you.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'll do I'd better go now.
All right, so we'll let you go then.
Bye.
We'll see you later. Good luck.
man.
Today's second date is a shocking one. And I say that because the dude on the phone named Daniel didn't meet his date on an app or anything. He actually met her in real life.
Is that the shocking part? Oh,
I know.
nice. Okay.
It's crazy. He emailed in and said he met a girl at Chipotle.
What?
Standing in line. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize that people actually met that way anymore. So this is going to be very interesting. Daniel, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, pretty good. And you guys?
Pretty good.
Apparently, it's like we're talking to a ghost, like a person of the past who's here in the future.
Yeah, I guess it's weird for people to meet in person nowadays.
Yeah, it is. How does that happen? You just like exchange words with someone?
What? They made eye contact even, I bet.
Wait, like their face looked at your face?
Yeah, I need more information, Daniel. What's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Her name's Jill.
Jill, all right, and tell us about how you met her.
Well, basically, we were just standing in line at Chipotle together, and if I'm completely honest, she's got a hot body, dude. Like, she's got lots of curves, and I mean, it was funny because I noticed her, and she was right behind me, and I just asked. I was like, "So, what are you getting today?"
Oh my God, you were bold. You just turned around and...
Yeah, well, I was basically just trying to be more smooth. I was asking her what food she was getting and what she liked. And turns out we're both getting bowls.
Nice.
And then it turns out we also both like black beans.
No way.
Wait a second. Wow.
I didn't even know there was another option at Chipotle.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you can get refried beans, so us both getting black beans is just crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's meant to be.
Are you being
You guys both
sarcastic?
you bonded over black beans.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and then she commented on my T-shirt. I had a picture of a baseball player hitting a ball, and underneath it said touchdown. So she
That's kind of funny.
said that was funny, and the fact that she has a killer body and a sense of humor.
She's got everything. Killer
Yeah.
body. She likes black beans just like you, and she appreciated your T-shirt.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I think your wedding vows are written right there.
I mean, something's going on because it was just too much stuff lining up. I had to go for it.
So
Okay.
wait, did you guys go sit down together at some point, or did you just talk briefly in line?
I didn't ask her outright then, but after our little exchange, I just hung out by the napkins.
Okay.
And she came up and was like, "Oh, you again." So then I asked her out right there.
And you're like, yeah, I've been hanging out by this napkin dispenser for like an hour. It took you so long.
How are your black beans?
So you asked her out right then, and I'm assuming she said yes?
Yeah. And so we had a date the same night.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We ended up walking around the mall. I got to learn more about her.
Awesome.
And I found out that she was in a long-term relationship until recently.
Oh
Okay.
my God, I'm glad you added that last part.
Until recently.
I was like, that's a
Yeah.
buzzkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good if she was in a long-term relationship.
Yeah,
No.
that might be the reason she's not calling you back if she was.
Might be a big reason.
Yeah.
To me, though, I like the fact that she was in a long-term relationship until recently,
Why?
because usually girls that are single for a while, usually there's something wrong. Maybe they're crazy or needy or desperate or all three.
So wait a minute. Aren't you single? How long have you been single?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So maybe
this
you're
is
a little
like one of those
crazy and
pot
needy
calling
and
kettle black
all that stuff.
situations.
No, I'm a dude that's different. I can be single. It's fine.
Oh, it's different. All right.
I liked you for a second. I liked you before that statement.
Good logic.
Come on, how can you not admit that that's true?
No, it's not true at all. That women have to be in relationships to not be crazy. Like none of that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't see the problem. Like it makes total sense.
And
We're different.
That
Did you
is
tell
the
her?
issue.
Did you tell her that on your date? You're like, I'm glad you've been in a relationship for a while, because otherwise you'd be crazy.
No, I didn't tell her that. I just told you guys that.
Okay, good.
We went to a movie together, and we ended up kissing after that, and things were cool.
Okay.
Yes, that's good.
But since then, has she not been talking to you?
I mean, she has. I've called and texted afterwards, and she'll respond, but never to the ones where I'm asking when she's available next. So that's where I'm a little confused, and I need you guys to help me out with this.
Okay. You can't think of any reason that she doesn't want to go out with you again?
No. Everything was cool. She liked my sense of humor. I liked her sense of humor. Hot body. I don't see what the problem was.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you think she caught me staring at her hot body a few times? Because I mean, I was staring, but I don't know if she caught me.
Could have been. Maybe you're staring a little too long at the hot body, and then it creeped her out. I don't know, but we'll.
Just even you saying that is creepy every time.
Yeah.
Hot body.
We'll
Hot
play-
body.
we'll play a
Be
song.
attracted to somebody without being creepy.
We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date. All right?
All right, cool.
Okay, hang on.
In all the years that we've been doing second dates, we've heard about literally hundreds of different unique date ideas.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, cooking classes,
Uh-huh.
hot air balloon rides, reverse horseback riding.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That's the one where the horse rides you.
Okay.
It's a lot of work.
It's illegal in some states.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we've heard, it feels like basically everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't think we've ever heard about a first date quite like the one of our listeners went out on recently. His name is Daniel.
Okay.
And I think this is something that maybe Brooke would really be into. But
All right.
we're
talk
going
to
to find
me.
out in just a second. First, let's talk to Daniel. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing okay. How are you?
Good.
Good, Daniel. Very formal this morning. I like that.
I like that about Daniel.
Yes.
So we'll get to your date in just a second. First, tell us about the girl you went out with. What's her name?
Her name is Olive Vera.
Oh my God.
Olive Vera?
Like olive, like the
Food.
food you eat, but it sounds like aloe vera.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a calamine lotion kind of. I noted that when
Yeah.
I met
Okay.
her.
Sounds like some sort of dish
Yeah.
soap.
Yeah. she sounds
Hey,
like
don't
an
knock
Right.
it. I kind of like it.
That's okay.
I'm into nature names. Nature names. Okay.
How'd you
close
meet
enough.
Olive Vera?
Well, that's also another kind of strange thing, too, because I met her outside of a flower shop.
Okay.
Outside, huh?
I was getting flowers for my mother,
Mhm.
and I don't normally ever do anything like that. But I was like, well, she's really attractive. So I was like, oh, do you recommend any type of bouquet to get?
Did your voice get 2 octaves deeper as well when you asked her?
Well, I tried to make my voice deeper than it actually is. Because when I'm like ordering stuff out at a bar, my voice hits this octave that I hate because I go higher usually. So I had to be conscious to keep my voice low.
All
yeah.
right.
It's always going to hit the
Whatever
flower
works for you.
shop right before you go to the bars.
Yeah.
Balance it out. How did that conversation with Olive Vera go?
Well, it was good because she was like, oh, I recommend this thing. And we just chit-chatted and,
That's
you know.
cute.
Okay.
It sounds like it was a real, like, natural.
Icebreaker.
Yeah, totally.
It was. It really was. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, would you, again, lower voice, I was like, would you mind if I called you sometime?
Good one.
All right.
She giggled because she was like, you said that really weird, but I would enjoy that very much.
Yeah, so far so good.
Dude, it also helps that you were doing like a good thing. You were out buying flowers for your mom. Like, that's really sweet that some other girl caught you in the middle.
That'd be a green flag.
Right.
Is what we're going to call that. That's a green flag right
never
there.
heard what the opposite of a red flag is.
Well, I just made it up. That's why.
I like it.
Yeah.
And so you said that you took her out on a unique date. What did you guys end up doing?
I decided, I was like, we're going to go mine for gold.
Wait.
Whoa!
Dude, that is an awesome date.
Do people still do that?
Yeah,
You-
a lot.
Okay, you can buy a bag of sand. I'm not lying.
Right.
You can buy this stuff online and you can do it yourself,
she's
like a
into this.
DIY
Like
thing.
a pan?
You
can have
can.
a pan and
You
actually
can.
pan it.
They have bags of like riverbank sediment
Sure.
that you can buy.
I did that on like a 3rd grade field trip once.
It's awesome. Where'd you do it at? Was it a place or did you do it at your house?
Well, no. So that's the thing. I was like, well, we could do that, but I would much rather wear those big, huge rubber boots and be standing in a river and with a professional.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna
You're
sleuth.
choosing to do
Yeah.
that.
This is it.
Okay.
You don't think that sounds fun? You like money. That's what they're looking for.
I
They're
like
looking for
giving
gold.
money, not
Yeah.
doing hard work.
Just give her the money once you're done
Anyways.
hunting it.
What did Olivera think about the date? How was her interaction?
That's, I guess, why I'm calling you guys, is because so we're in the river, right? There's some light splashing going on. We're flirting. She's, by the way, she's loving it.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
And at a certain point, as I'm talking, I know, like, she's kind of, like, further away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. But I keep talking, and then she slowly just, like, drifted away.
Like caught in a current? Yeah, like
No, I'm not explaining this right. So she is kind of like staying there, and I'm kind of going away. But from my perspective, it looked like that.
Okay, so
both
you're
going.
just you're choosing different areas to pan for gold.
I see.
Yeah.
Maybe if you explained it in your deep voice, it would come,
Yeah.
come through a little more clearly.
Right. So I'm going around the bend, and now all of a sudden I can't see her anymore. And now I'm with these people that are also panning for gold. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get back to her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the date is more important than the gold.
Yeah.
Exactly, at this point. And so I get out of the river, and I go back to where we were, and she's not there.
What?
Oh.
Okay. I mean, maybe she just got out to go to the bathroom or something, right?
Sure.
Well, that's what I thought. So I asked one of the employees, I said, hey, did you see the woman I was with? And the guy was like, yeah, she left.
What do you mean she left?
Oh, what?
What?
So, yeah, no, she apparently went to one of the employees and asked them to call her a cab.
What?
And
Oh.
I called her, I left 2 voicemails, and she has yet to pick up any of those calls.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
I don't know. Some women could get really mad that you took the attention off of her.
I
Like
would.
you,
Yep.
Yeah.
like that you're like, what? I thought we were doing this together, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're around the corner, and I'm just standing here by myself.
It has to
But maybe there's a more logical explanation. Like, what if she dropped her phone in the river and didn't know where he was, and all she could do was like go and see if maybe she could get a cab on her own? Thought he left.
Not bad.
That's where my thought first went, but then I was like, well, she should have a new phone by now.
If we call her and a fish answers, we'll know that that's what happened, Jeffrey.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's find out. We're going to play a song. We'll come back, and we'll get you your second date. All right, man?
Thank you so much.
All right. I think we're going to title this second date Panning for Love.
Oh.
like it.
It's already a success, even if we can't get them to go out on a date just from the title alone. But if you missed the first part, one of our listeners, Daniel, took a woman named Olivera out to pan for gold in the middle of a river outside town. He said they were actually having a pretty good time, but they got separated in their search for treasure. So Daniel went looking around, but never was able to find her. And he later learned that Olivera asked one of the employees to call her a cab, and she hasn't responded to any of Daniel's texts or voicemails since. So he's reached out to us for help in getting some answers. Daniel, I never asked, did you end up walking away with any gold that day?
Good question.
Sadly, I did not.
Yeah.
You missed out on 2 treasures then.
Yeah.
I keep saying that no one mentioned, but she could have just found a huge gold pile and wanted to get out of there right away because she's rich now.
Yeah. What? Did
She disappeared off the map, guys.
I don't think so.
If she did, then I want the date that much more.
Yeah, right.
She's rich.
Good call, Daniel.
All right. Let's not waste any more time. I'm going to dial Olivera's number. We're going to try and get to your second date. You ready?
I really hope that she answers for you because she's sure as hell not answering for me.
All right, well, let's give it our best shot. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi. This is off to a good start already. I'm looking for Olivera.
Yes, this is Olivera.
Hi, Olivera. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You know who we are?
Yes, I do. I listen to you guys.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So.
Always after work and before work, and yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
We appreciate
well,
that.
I sound like a little bit of a stalker now. A little bit too invested.
We do have a podcast.
I will take it.
Okay. But then, if you're a listener, you're probably familiar with the segment we do called The Second Date.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay. So, we're calling you because one of our listeners reached out hoping to get in touch with you, and you've been blowing him off lately. His name is Daniel.
Why would you want to talk with me, my God?
Really?
Oh. Do you really think that lowly of yourself? Like,
yeah.
He thinks you're awesome.
Oh, no. It's just really strange what happened. So, like I told you, I've heard you guys do these before, so I'm just very curious what he told you.
well, basically, he said that he took you out to pan for gold in a place just outside of town.
Which
and-
sounded like a really fun date.
Yeah.
Depending who you ask.
Yeah. to me.
He painted it as a really nice time, and you guys were having fun, splashing around in the river, and you got separated for a little bit. Am I already wrong?
Yes. No, that's all right.
So why are you laughing then?
I can't believe he would tell you what happened.
Well, it sounded fun, like you were flirting and like,
Yeah.
splashing each other. Just like that. Yeah. Aren't you cute?
Well, did he mention that we went for a couple of beers at the saloon?
Beforehand?
Yeah, at the Gold Rush place there was a saloon and...
He did not mention that, but that actually makes the date sound even better to me.
Yeah, I could get behind it if I was drinking.
Double bruise.
Why is that a bad thing?
Well, let's just say we had a couple beers and we were off on our way to go mine this gold. And then he turns back and he says, you know what? I'm going to do this like the old miners would, and takes down some shots.
Oh!
By himself?
Yeah, he orders 2 and downs them both.
Rude.
Sounds fun.
I don't know. That's a red flag. It's fun if you do it as a group. It's like a problem if you're drinking shots by yourself.
Maybe he's nervous. Maybe he's nervous and he's worried like he wants to be impressive to you.
But he's already
She could take 2 shots too.
Yeah, but why didn't he ask you? Do you know?
Yeah, that's the question.
So I'm not really sure. It just was the first kind of like, oh, okay, well, let me just overlook this and let's keep going.
Right.
That was the first.
Yeah, and so we get to this place where we're mining, and then before I knew it, he was gone, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, he mentioned you guys got separated.
Yeah, we definitely got separated, and then I walk out of the water, and this guy comes up to me who's not Daniel, and he's like, your boyfriend's sick in the head.
Whoa. Was he sick?
Whoa.
Was it like, haha, jokey, or?
No, he was angry, like, yelling, and I was like, what?
Why?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, he's not my boyfriend. What happened?
Yeah, what did happen?
Well, he had his pants dropped and said, oh, I'm panning for gold, and had his junk on the pan and says, look, I found a nugget.
Oh my God!
No! Wait a second.
Whoa! He dropped his pants and put his junk on the dish?
That would make gold mining more exciting. I guess.
So that's what the guy said, but I didn't see it. So I was just like, let me just get out of here because I do not want to deal with someone who can't handle their liquor like this.
Okay.
And it shows me his junk.
I mean,
Uncomfortable.
That is weird.
it's weird, but it sounds a little far-fetched. I don't know if I
How do
actually...
you not believe that?
Well, you just immediately believe that?
Well, fine, ask him.
I think we should ask him, Olivera, because as you probably already know, Daniel's been on the other line listening, and he wants to talk with you.
Oh my God, I forgot you guys do that part.
Hi, Olivera. I'm really sorry. I don't really know what to say. I'm really, really embarrassed, and I can't believe I did that. And I didn't know that you saw that.
I didn't see it. Someone told me, thank God.
Oh my God.
That's almost worse.
Yeah. But at least it was impressive enough where another guy had to brag to you about it. So maybe there's a possibility.
I don't think it was a brag.
I can't believe you're admitting this happened. Gosh.
Well, the thing is, I didn't eat that day, and so like those shots went right through me, and I was just so nervous because she's so pretty, and I just.
What?
So
You're
I
so
whipped my junk out.
so nervous. There's these strangers standing around me, and I think, what else can I do but pull my pants down?
That's what I do when I'm nervous. I flash strangers.
Put it right on the pants.
This is getting even more weird.
For real.
In college, I used to do that all the time. Like, I was known as this guy who was pretty outrageous. And, you know, and whenever we would have, like, a rager, like a raging party,
Love this.
they would expect it, and they'd be like, yeah, well, yo, pan for gold. Pan for gold. Pan for gold.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It was like a chant.
Oh,
Okay.
For the record, everyone here's all embarrassed. I love the joke, bro.
I mean,
Hilarious.
it's the timing that's the
Exactly.
issue.
Yeah.
If it was at a party and you're in college, and
I
you're
would
at a
chant that too.
rager,
Yeah,
right?
I would
but
too. I'd be next
Not
to you.
gold panning.
with strangers sober in the middle of a day standing in a river, like it's a.
Well, I'm glad you guys are all enjoying this because I don't think this would be funny anywhere. In college, on a river, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, now you're just being harsh.
No.
Daniel,
Kind of.
you put yourself in a pretty big hole here. Can you try and dig yourself out? No pun intended.
I liked it. I liked it.
I'm embarrassed that I did that. I mean, I see Olivera's point, but I still really like you, and
Yeah.
I'm admitting that it was wrong.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
That's a big move, I think. Just to know that he made a mistake, he's owning up to it, and he wants to do better next time. So Olivera, well, actually, before I ask, I need to know, Daniel, do you have your pants on right now?
Ah, come on.
I just want to make sure.
Everything is on.
He sounds
Look at
sober.
that. He's a changed man, Olivera. And with that said, we would love to send you two on a second date, and we'll pay for it.
No, I'm not chaperoning someone anymore. I'm so over people getting drunk on dates and then, like, I become a mother.
Well, what if he doesn't drink?
What if you drink?
I can stand behind that.
Listen, on the date, I will show you the party trick.
What?
No.
Whoa. That is not what. How did you interpret that?
Dan,
That's what she wanted.
It's the opposite of what I was saying.
Yeah, don't
Look, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying it's pretty impressive.
Oh my God.
Party trick. Party trick.
Okay, Paul. Yeah. What is it? Pan for gold.
Yeah.
Pan for gold. Pan for gold.
I'm hanging up now.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Yeah. Please don't listen to other stations.
Second date update.
When it comes to online dating, you're definitely going to come across some weird, out of the norm profiles.
Majority of them are.
Like maybe you run across a young lady with wings and a tail.
Okay.
Whoa!
You don't see that all the time.
No, you don't.
Or maybe you found a guy with a handlebar mustache, which was quirky, but it was located in the middle of his neck.
Huh.
How was he still single?
Yeah.
So you're probably going to swipe left on those the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of our listeners, Daniel, came across a unique profile and ended up getting a date out of it.
Really?
Wow.
So let's talk to him. Hey, Daniel, you there?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Damn, Daniel.
Sorry, I couldn't resist doing that.
Is that
But-
the only time you're going to do that?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But Daniel, thanks for being on with us. Tell us about the woman that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Rebecca.
Okay.
Okay, and I mean, Jeffrey had alluded to the fact that she had an interesting profile. Like, what was so intriguing about it?
Okay, so everything seemed pretty straightforward at first, and then I go to the bottom, and it says in like all caps, FYI, this account is operated by my father. I do not have the password.
Oh my God.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, no, that's just the beginning. And it says he will be the one checking it. You will have to meet him one-on-one at least once before you meet me with him present. So, you know, you got to pass the one-on-one. Then he's there to chaperone your first date.
Oh my God.
Okay, and wait, hold on. Red flags aren't flying up all over the place for you because
I wouldn't just swipe left. I would block that profile.
Daniel's thinking dream girl.
Yeah.
Or dream dad.
I'm thinking psycho family.
I would never let my dad read messages between me and the guy.
Yeah, I know. They're supposed to be hot and heavy.
Did it say anything else?
Yeah. It also said, do not message me if you've ever cheated or if you are divorced for any reason other than your wife abandoned you.
What?
Okay. Yeah, so cheaters probably would still message anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I cheated, but it was her fault.
Or
She didn't pay me enough attention, you know.
So, Daniel, did you meet all those parameters?
I did pass through, and I like you said, I thought, oh my God, this seems like a lot of trouble. But I also thought, okay, if her dad is this protective, then maybe she must be something really special. And let me shoot my shot and give it a try.
No.
Probably a freak, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and she's got some daddy issues.
Maybe it's a cool
That's
dad.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Cool dad? Maybe.
Sound like a cool
In
dad.
all caps says no divorces and no cheaters.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Show
not a
up.
cool dad,
He's like,
man.
hey, buckaroo, you want a beer?
Yeah.
That was all a joke.
So you're saying that you actually sent a message to this dad?
I sent a message to the dad, the whole family, yes.
Doesn't it feel like so dated? Like you're asking permission to go on a date with the like it just.
In certain cultures, that's the norm, bro.
Not in ours though.
I will say, like, you really will wean out a lot of the people that are like, no hookup.
Yeah, exactly. And Brooke, if you don't like it, then you don't have to click on it. You don't have to meet the father. You just swipe left and find another profile of a girl that's willing to go on night one.
It's just interesting. What was your expectations of this?
I honestly had no expectations at all. I just saw something, it was interesting and unique, and figured, why not?
Wow.
It does feel like it could be Britney Spears' dating profile.
Yeah. It's a good point, bro. So
He's like, I have to save this condom for court.
Hashtag free Britney.
Yeah, free Britney.
So obviously the dad must have responded.
Well, that's the thing. So the next day, I go check my inbox, and there's a message, but it's from Rebecca. And she says that she just put that on her profile as like a way to keep out all the creeps and the thirsty guys, and she seemed really nice from the response.
I mean, she's got to be pretty cool if she's able to come up with something that creative as a way to like put on your profile to stand out and make yourself
I just
unique.
think it's weird that you think this
Okay,
is so
Brooke,
cool.
we get it. We get it. You hate it. Jeff,
Alexis, do you think this is cool?
No, Jeff, imagine your mom running your dating account. Fun fact, my mom did set up a dating account for me without my permission.
And you got laid, like,
And you
no.
think that was cool? Did
Look at
you
me.
love it?
I'm a catch. Okay?
Just no wonder you're siding with this girl
I
so
don't know.
hard.
Look, sometimes playing hard to get works. I don't know how to play it, but when people do play hard to get, it sounds like this is an elaborate hard to get scheme.
So, I mean, what was the date like? You said you had fun conversation.
Yeah, and was Rebecca actually normal when you met her?
She was a normal, beautiful woman.
Wow.
We went out to dinner. We had a great time. The one thing that I thought was going to derail it at the restaurant, it turns out that my old high school chemistry teacher was there. And
What, did you get a bad grade? Is that why you thought it was going to derail it?
No, we hooked up too. This is awkward.
I would prefer the hookup, maybe. I did. He told her that he remembered me because I just scraped by with a D.
Oh, the chemistry teacher, come on.
But who knows? Maybe the teacher was like, but I am sensing some chemistry between the two of you.
Did she laugh at that?
I mean, I was mortified, but we had a good laugh about it, and, we continued on with dinner. It was a good time, and afterward, we ended up just sort of walking around the city for a little bit, and then, went back in her car and kissed for a while, made out, and it felt good, right? It's been asked if she wanted to have a nightcap, but she said no, she wasn't wanting to do
She
that.
had a curfew from her pretend father.
I know, you're suddenly moving kind of fast all of a sudden.
I mean, I was really feeling it that night, and everything I got from her vibes-wise told me she was too.
All right.
But I said I wanted to see her again, and she said, let's do lunch on Wednesday next week. And she even suggested a place, some sandwich place.
Okay, so you had a date, you had a time, you had a location.
Yeah, lunch seems like a friend date to me.
Kind of,
Yeah, but not with all of that. I mean, they just made out. Like,
If
they were
they've
just done
already
making
kissed.
out. I think it's like, I want to see you in daylight, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but overall, it seems like a pretty good date. And I mean, I would only have 2 words to describe it, I think.
Damn, Daniel.
I mean, pretty good, man. So let's play a song. We'll come back, and we'll try and get you a second date update, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, man, hold on. Willing to wait 10 dates before getting intimate.
What?
That's what my mom actually wrote on the dating profile. That she secretly set up for me years ago without my knowledge. That's a true story. I could not believe it because she knows it's 15. Not cool, Mom.
She knows I'm a virgin.
You are the dorkiest person I know.
You are.
I do not
Sorry,
think it's
honey.
weird at all that one of our listeners, Daniel,
Of
met a
course you
girl
don't.
online who had a disclaimer on her profile saying her account was run by her father.
Yeah, at least the father put that because your mom didn't even put that up.
No, she
on
didn't.
Her
And
account.
the father was fake. Your mom is real.
That's right. But no, this isn't about me. This is about our listener, Daniel. And
Yeah.
Daniel, I never asked you this in the first part. I'm curious. You said you had a lunch date set up that never actually happened with Rebecca. Did she cancel it or did she just not show up?
She just never showed up.
Ouch. Dude, she left you sitting at the restaurant?
Yep, just sitting there by myself, drinking water like a goober.
That only happens to people that you really want to hurt their feelings.
Or
Like,
something terrible happened on the way. Like, were you able to get in touch with her?
I haven't heard anything. I have no idea what happened, if she's okay, if she's mad about something. I don't know. She just never showed up, and it's been radio silence ever since.
That is so weird, but let's get to the bottom of this. We're going to call her right now. You ready?
I am, yes.
Okay, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is this Rebecca?
this is Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca. My name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. You have a weird tone to your voice, though.
I know.
What? Well, okay.
He's awkward, okay?
I guess, yeah, I know. It seems to be the consensus.
I thought he was fine right there.
I know.
I mean,
I thought that one was pretty strong. I apologize for my weird voice, but
Are you like at the radio? Is this a radio station calling me?
Yeah, we're all
It sounds
here.
like a party.
Yeah.
no, you should listen sometime.
yeah, it's pretty fun. We do this every morning.
Yeah, it's a morning party.
It's called Brooke and Jeffrey, and we're doing something called a second date update.
Okay.
Okay? That's where if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why. Make sense?
Yeah.
And so you recently went on a date with a guy who you are not calling back. His name's Daniel.
Okay. This is weird.
Well, gosh, I mean, you left him at a restaurant. I think that he feels like it's pretty weird.
I didn't leave him there. I just didn't show up.
That's what
Okay, well, semantics, yeah. You didn't show up to the date. Is there a reason for that?
I feel like I'm being put on the stand or something right now.
Well, I mean, put yourself in his shoes. Like, that would really suck. He had wonderful things to say about you, and he doesn't even seem angry about the no-show thing.
Right.
I mean, do you have any intention of calling him back?
That's a no, but that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. We're just trying to figure out why.
Well, I mean, I guess if I was him, I'd want to know the same thing, so I get it. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much he told you about that. Did he tell you anything about how we met on the app or anything?
Right.
Yeah.
He mentioned that you put a disclaimer on there claiming to be your father. That way, none of the weirdos would reach out to you. You just get like the pure guys,
You
like
had
myself.
like some weird overprotective dad that was overstepping his bounds.
Okay, I'll just be real with you guys. It is true that my dad does run my dating app.
What?
What?
Whoa.
No. You told him it was you, and you don't have to lie anymore.
Yeah, you told him it was a lie already. We already heard that point, just like Jose said.
Tell us it's a lie,
please.
So I wasn't the one that wrote him that back. It was my dad.
No.
What?
Wait, you let your dad impersonate you?
No.
I let my dad filter out the crazies for me.
It could be. It could be that you're the crazy one in this situation, though.
We still don't understand if your dad truly runs your account and if he agreed, he vetted Daniel for you, then
brilliant.
why are you not calling him back now?
So let me just put this all out there. My dad approved of Daniel for this date, hoping that Daniel maybe would have changed since back in high school when he was Daniel's chemistry teacher.
Oh! No!
Wait, your dad was a chemistry teacher that you guys ran into at the restaurant. The one that told Daniel that he got a D.
This is amazing!
So your dad was not only the guy running the account, but the dude at the restaurant?
Oh my
This is too much. So my dad always says he wants to meet the guy one-on-one first. Well,
Ew.
because he knew Daniel from high school, he basically gave me his blessing to go on the date, and he just said he would be watching from afar, make sure nothing crazy happens.
Wow.
But he just feels like Daniel didn't really change at all since high school and is still kind of the same.
Based on what?
Yeah, based on what exactly, Jeffrey?
I think just the way he handled the conversation. I just think my dad doesn't see him as a very ambitious guy.
Okay, I get that your dad sees it that way, but you were the one that spent an entire night with Daniel. How did you feel when you were with him?
I mean, I thought he was a good kisser.
Oh, you do make a good point.
I don't know.
Kissing is above ambition
Yeah.
in terms of relationship rankings.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he'd want to go out with you again after
Well,
hearing
I don't know.
so much lies.
Maybe we should
All
just
lies.
ask him, because I need to tell you, Rebecca, Daniel's been on the other line listening this entire time. Very patiently, I might add. And he wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Are
like your
you
dad.
serious right now?
Spying the whole time.
How do you
Yeah.
like it?
I'm
He
serious.
can follow all that.
I think he's still there. Daniel, you there?
I am here in stunned disbelief. I don't know where to start. Your dad wrote me back. Your dad is the chemistry teacher. Your dad was watching us make out.
No, he was not watching us make out.
Oh, that's the part we're supposed to believe.
Yeah.
And I'm a creeper because I called a radio station for help with my heart.
Are you kidding me? You're making me feel bad, and this was never my intention, and I'm sorry I didn't call you back. Like, I really am. I think you're so nice. I don't know, you're such a good kisser. I'm sure you heard that too. So, I mean, I wish you the best in, like, your future relationship.
Well, hold on, Rebecca. I mean, listen to the words that you're saying. Like, it's obvious that you feel something for Daniel. Why do you have to listen to everything that your dad says based on a grade that Daniel got years ago?
Yeah, exactly. That means, like, we hit it off. Things were good. I mean, I have a good job. I got a 401k. I'm doing things.
Wow. You guys are making me feel bad. I'm just trying to do, like, it's just hard. It's just hard to navigate online
Follow
dating.
your heart, though. Like, don't follow the pay. Your dad's a chemistry teacher. Everything is probably statistics and ratios in his whole life.
Well,
Why
and
don't
it's
you
just
follow
like your dad will always see you as his little girl. Okay, you can't let him make adult decisions for you, else you're never going to do anything that has any risk attached
Exactly.
to it.
You could end up pushing away an actually great guy because your dad's being too stubborn about this.
True.
Okay, so I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're going to make him retake that chemistry class again and get a higher grade?
I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
No, but what if you just take a minute and, like, write? I mean, you're still attached to my profile. You can still message me, aka my dad. But what if you just took a minute and, like, wrote down how you feel and sent it and, like, pursued and showed my dad, like, you're serious about
Rebecca, I have a better idea. What if we all tried to convince your dad together by doing an awkward Tuesday phone call?
Oh, wow. That would be awesome.
I don't know if I could talk to this man.
I would.
I'm
I'd
just
totally
so
talk to him.
angry with
Rebecca, I
him.
know you don't know what that is, but that's a segment where we will call your dad and we'll help Daniel talk to him and have that conversation to convince him that he's a good guy and that he's worth giving another chance to.
Oh, my God. There's a part of me that thinks that could be amazing because maybe my dad just needs to be put a little bit, in his place.
Yeah.
Is Daniel,
And then
hold
you
on.
can listen on the
Daniel,
end.
are you interested in doing that?
I don't know. I really like you, Rebecca, and I mean, this is super weird, obviously, but it definitely felt like there was something really special there. So I mean, yeah, maybe.
Okay,
We got a maybe. Okay.
So normally I'd offer to send you guys out on another date, but we're going to put that to the side until we get Rebecca's father's approval. So tomorrow we can come back and call him in an awkward Tuesday phone call.
Oh my god.
Is that when we time travel back to 1950s when this was still normal?
Yes, if we have to. All right, so Daniel, make sure you do your homework before tomorrow. Not your chemistry homework, like your dating homework.
Yeah.
So this call is going to be a success.
You're going to have a pop quiz.
Brush up
Daniel,
on
it's
everything.
just my dad. You already met him. You know him. So, like, it's fine.
That's true.
He was your chemistry teacher.
That is
No pressure.
Yeah, I will be sure to do my best.
All right, man. Awkward Tuesday phone call. Make sure you're listening tomorrow at this time. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Okay, this is weird.
Well, gosh, I mean, you left him at a restaurant. I think that he feels like it's pretty weird.
I didn't leave him there. I just didn't show up.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I
well,
meant.
semantics, yeah. You didn't show up to the date. Is there a reason for that?
I feel like I'm being put on the stand or something right now.
Well, I mean, put yourself in his shoes. Like, that would really suck. He had wonderful things to say about you, and he doesn't even seem angry about the no-show thing.
Right.
I mean, do you have any intention of calling him back?
That's a no, but that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. We're just trying to figure out why.
Well, I mean, I guess if I was him, I'd want to know the same thing, so I get it. But I don't know how much he told you about that. Did he tell you anything about how we met on the app or anything?
Right.
Yeah.
He mentioned that you put a disclaimer on there claiming to be your father. That way, none of the weirdos would reach out to you. You just get like the pure guys,
You
like
had
myself.
like some weird overprotective dad that was overstepping his bounds.
Okay, I'll just be real with you guys. It is true that my dad does run my dating app.
What?
Whoa.
No. You told him it was you, and you don't have to lie anymore.
Yeah, you told him it was a lie already. We already heard that point, just like Jose said.
Tell us it's a lie,
please.
So I wasn't the one that wrote him that back. It was my dad.
No!
What?
Wait, you let your dad impersonate you?
Oh, no.
I let my dad filter out the crazies for me.
It could be. It could be that you're the crazy one in this situation, though.
We still don't understand if your dad truly runs your account and if he agreed, he vetted Daniel for you, then why are you not calling him back now?
So let me just put this all out there. My dad approved of Daniel for this date, hoping that Daniel maybe would have changed since back in high school when he was Daniel's chemistry teacher.
Wait, your dad was a chemistry teacher that you guys ran into at the restaurant. The one that told Daniel that he got a D.
This is amazing!
So your dad was not only the guy running the account with the dude at the restaurant?
Oh my
This is too much.
So my dad always says he wants to meet the guy one-on-one first. Well,
Ew.
because he knew Daniel from high school, he basically gave me his blessing to go on the date, and he just said he would be watching from afar, make sure nothing crazy happens.
Wow.
But he just feels like Daniel didn't really change at all since high school and is still kind of the same.
Based on what?
Yeah, based on what exactly, Jeffrey?
I think just the way he handled the conversation. I just think my dad doesn't see him as a very ambitious guy.
Okay, I get that your dad sees it that way, but you were the one that spent an entire night with Daniel. How did you feel when you were with him?
I mean, I thought he was a good kisser.
Oh, you do make a good point.
I don't know.
Kissing is above ambition
Yeah.
in terms of relationship rankings.
You're
So
right, yeah.
That I can agree
with.
with. I don't even know if he'd want to go out with you again
No.
after
Well,
hearing
I don't know.
so much lies.
maybe we should
All
just
lies.
ask him, because I need to tell you, Rebecca, Daniel's been on the other line listening this entire time. Very patiently, I might add. And he wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Are
like
you
your dad.
serious right now?
Spying the whole time.
How do you
Yeah.
like it?
I'm
I can
serious.
follow all that.
I think he's still there. Daniel, you there?
I am here in stunned disbelief. I don't know where to start. Your dad wrote me back. Your dad is the chemistry teacher.
Yeah,
Your dad was watching us make out.
No, he was not watching us make out.
Oh, that's the part we're supposed to believe.
Yeah.
And I'm a creeper because I called a radio station for help with my heart.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
You're making me feel bad, and this was never my intention, and I'm sorry I didn't call you back. Like, I really am. I think you're so nice. I don't know, you're such a good kisser. I'm sure you heard that too. So, I mean, I wish you the best in, like, your future relationship.
Well, hold on, Rebecca. I mean, listen to the words that you're saying. Like, it's obvious that you feel something for Daniel. Why do you have to listen to everything that your dad says based on a grade that Daniel got years ago?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, we hit it off. Things were good. I mean, I have a good job. I got a 401k. I'm doing things.
Wow. You guys are making me feel bad. I'm just trying to do, like, it's just hard. It's just hard to navigate online
Follow
dating.
your heart, though. Like, don't follow the pay. Your dad's a chemistry teacher. Everything is probably statistics and ratios in his whole life.
Well,
Why
and
don't
it's
you
just
follow
like your dad will always see you as his little girl. Okay, you can't let him make adult decisions for you, else you're never going to do anything that has any risk attached
Exactly.
to it.
You could end up pushing away an actually great guy because your dad's being too stubborn about this.
True.
Okay, so I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're going to make him retake that chemistry class again and get a higher grade?
I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
No, but what if you just take a minute and, like, write? I mean, you're still attached to my profile. You can still message me, a.k.a. my dad. But what if you just took a minute and, like, wrote down how you feel and sent it and, like, pursued and showed my dad, like, you're serious about...
Rebecca, I have a better idea. What if we all tried to convince your dad together by doing an awkward Tuesday phone call?
Oh, wow. That would be awesome.
I don't know if I could talk to this man.
I would.
I'm
I'd
just
totally
so
talk to him.
angry with
Rebecca, I
him.
know you don't know what that is, but that's a segment where we will call your dad and we'll help Daniel talk to him and have that conversation to convince him that he's a good guy and that he's worth giving another chance to.
Oh, my God. There's a part of me that thinks that could be amazing because maybe my dad just needs to be put a little bit, in his place.
Yeah.
Is Daniel,
And then
hold
you
on.
can listen on
Daniel,
him.
are you interested in doing that?
I don't know. I really like you, Rebecca, and I mean, this is super weird, obviously, but it definitely felt like there was something really special there. So I mean, yeah, maybe.
Okay,
You got a maybe. Okay.
So normally I'd offer to send you guys out on another date, but we're going to put that to the side until we get Rebecca's father's approval. So tomorrow we can come back and call him in an awkward Tuesday phone call.
Oh, my God.
Is that when we time travel back to 1950s when this was still normal?
Yes, if we have to. All right, so Daniel, make sure you do your homework before tomorrow. Not your chemistry homework, like your dating homework.
Yeah.
So this call is going to be a success.
You're going to have a pop quiz.
Brush up
Daniel,
on
it's
everything.
just my dad. You already met him. You know him. So, like, it's fine.
That's true.
He was your chemistry teacher.
That is true.
No pressure.
Yeah, I will be sure to do my best.
All right, man. Awkward Tuesday phone call. Make sure you're listening tomorrow at this time. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I don't even know if we can continue with today's second date. It's just a little too steamy, I think. I mean, lots of hugging action going on with Danny, who's on the phone for a second date right now. If you missed the first part of it, he wants to call a girl named Angela. They met online, and they went to go to a bar to have some drinks. He was actually pretty late, and that's why he thinks he's not going to call back. He was like 40-something minutes late because he was waiting for a package to be delivered. She seemed okay with that, but the thing that he was really highlighting was how amazing the first hug was with her as soon as he got there. Then he hugged her again in the middle of the date, and then ended the date with a hug. But now it's obvious that she's kind of avoiding him, so we'll see if we can get her on the phone and find out why. Danny, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
And do you regret that last hug? Because you said it wasn't as good as the other two. Like, maybe it's, like, too much of a good thing.
I mean, I wondered about that, but honestly, I never regret a hug.
Okay. You know what? Stand by your hugs, Danny. Stand by them.
He's like, I mean, I got the hug. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Angela?
This is she.
Well, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not wanting to see them again, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask why.
Okay.
Okay? And we got an email about you from a dude named Danny.
Okay.
And Danny told us about your date. He said that he thought you guys had a good time, but now it's kind of obvious that you don't want to see him again, and he's wondering if he did something wrong.
What did he tell you?
Well, he did tell us that he was late
Like
for
really
the day.
late.
He thought maybe that was a problem. But he also said everything seemed fine. I mean, other than just the standard, hey, we met for drinks, it was fun type of stuff.
That's it.
I take it there's something else he should have told us.
I mean, it was a weird night.
Okay.
All of it?
He didn't really mention anything that sounded weird to us. It sounded pretty normal.
Okay.
Maybe, how about you describe your date with Danny then?
It was fine. The kind of like funny, weird thing is that we hugged when he got there, and then he like kept talking about it.
Yeah.
About the hug.
I'll be honest. He told us about that too, and he was really pumped about the hug you guys shared.
He'll never forget it.
But it didn't sound weird to me.
Oh, well, like I'm dating, right? Like I met this guy in an app. I don't know him. I'm always like on alert for weirdos. And he hugged me, and then throughout the night, he hugged our server. He hugged this random guy at the bar, and
No way.
I think he hugged the valet guy.
Danny's a hugger, is what you're saying.
Does he not know how to shake hands? Like,
Yeah, he hugged a few people. He's just like a big hug guy.
And does he say like, "Hey, give me a hug," or does he just go in without the
Okay.
announcement?
Usually he just goes in, just kind of like opens his arms and like starts to grab you.
throws the vibe out.
So he was just like hugging everybody that walked by.
I mean, he would like say a few things to them first, but yeah. And I'm like, anyone who hugs the server, like, that's weird.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's only weird if people's reactions were weird. How did people take it?
I think the valet guy was like super not into it, but
Yeah. I bet you valet guys don't get enough hugs, actually.
That's probably true. You need so many a day, and they're just not loved enough.
he was just like so confused. But the guy at the bar was drunk and the server was nice, so that like wasn't a big deal, I guess. But the weirdest part, actually, I'm remembering when he would hug me, he would like moan a little bit.
What?
Oh no!
How?
Like,
Like, it felt so good.
Oh, he's just like, I mean,
All right.
I'm pretty sure he did it with every hug. That's like what he does when he hugs.
I'm just like,
You
I
smell
could-
so good.
when you say it, I feel like I may moan when
know, I
I
was
hug.
just
Like
thinking
now,
that,
I'm
like,
like, I think
do
I do
I?
that. I think I do that too.
To a valet guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, not to the
I've
valet
hugged
guy.
a lot of people, not a valet guy, but I'm not fancy enough for valet very often. So
Yeah, it's just a weird, funny night.
All right. Well, thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, another thing weird is that he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. That's weird, too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe he's still on the line. Are you still there, Danny?
Yeah, I'm here.
Need a hug?
Oh, Danny.
I bet he does.
Angela, is my hugging really the reason why you didn't want to set up a second date?
You know what? You're like the sweetest, but I'm sorry, it's just not a match.
Oh.
No, I mean, look, I'm sorry if I weirded you out, but just so you know, like, I was born and raised a hugger. My family hugs, and like that's just our thing. Like, so, like some people talk, and some people send letters, and some people give gifts, and we hug. I hug. I speak through hugs, and like,
Speak through hugs.
I get it. Like, you kind of feel like I'm a weirdo, but I just want you to know, like, you're an amazing hugger. And, like, even just because you weren't raised that way doesn't mean that, like, you can't still be this incredible hugger that you are.
He sees your hugging potential.
What's happening?
Yeah. He's like, let me teach you.
Danny, this sounds like more than just something you do. It sounds like your lifestyle.
It's a religion?
I mean, hugging is important. Hugging is, like, a beautiful connection between people. And, Angela, that's what I felt like we had the other night. And, like, I get it. Not everyone is a big hugger. But, like, the way that your arms went under my arms, that fit perfectly. And, like, it wasn't like it was hugging a stranger. It was like someone I've known my entire life.
Aww.
You know, it was like hugging a family member.
Yeah, I would have left that part out, Danny.
But not in a weird way. Not like that. You know what I mean? Like, you... Okay, obviously this is not going well.
I mean, you are so sweet, but I'm not into hugs like you, man.
But Angela, I mean, he sounds like a nice guy. He sounds like
Yeah, for sure.
he's not creepy. He didn't creep you out. I mean, if anything, you were just uncomfortable with, I don't know, maybe too many hugs for the valet or something. But
I mean, yeah, it was a little weird.
yeah.
Well, I get it. I get it. You know, it's fine. But Angela, just know, like
what's amazing, not just about your hugs, is that they're amazing, is that you're an amazing hugger and you don't even know it.
Wow. That's a nice compliment, Angela.
Cute.
Oh my God, I rejected him and he complimented me. Like, thank you.
Well, that's because you don't realize how good of a hugger you are. That's the problem.
Wow.
And Danny would like to
Now
show
I know.
you. So would you like to go on a second date with Danny? We'll pay for it.
No.
Oh, really? I thought for sure you'd give him another chance. What if he calmed down the hugs?
You know what? I think there's someone out there that is going to love hugs and love Danny.
Okay.
But, you know, Danny, like, I'm down to be your friend if you want to, like, text me and, like, hang out in that way. Like, I don't know if you are down for that, but.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. Do you think we could still hug?
Oh, wow. Hey, come on now. She just offered to be friends. Don't go in for that. Can we be friends that hug once in a while, too? You know, that never ends up good. It usually ruins friendships.
Yeah, hugs and benefits.
We'll see. We'll take it one hug at a time.
All right, well, just know that I'm giving you a virtual hug over the airwaves right
Oh,
now.
wow.
I can feel it.
Oh, yeah, it's hot. What's the appropriate amount of time you can be late for a date? I don't know, 5, maybe 10 days?
What?
And then after that, it gets to be a little bit of a bother. Danny's on the phone for a second date today, and I guess he thinks the fact that he was a little late might be ruining his chances for a second date. What's up, Danny? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good, guys. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Okay.
So how many days late were you?
I was pretty late to this date, but it wasn't days late.
Okay.
Oh.
You
Well, I
didn't
don't understand what the
force-
problem is then.
You didn't force her to live at the restaurant for a while?
No, I wouldn't do that to her.
Okay. Well, before we find out about your date and exactly how late you were, what's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Angela.
Angela. All right. And where did you meet Angela?
We met on a dating app.
Okay.
Is there anything that stood out about her?
She's got an amazing smile. All her pictures were really good, and she's a pet lover, which I really like. She's got a dog.
Nice.
Okay. So do you have a dog?
I don't. Unfortunately, I had a dog that passed away last year, and I haven't brought myself to get a new one
Well,
yet.
maybe that's why.
What?
Maybe she doesn't want to go out with you because you had a dog that died. I'm super judgy about that. When anybody has a pet that died, I get super judgy. So maybe that's it.
What'd you do?
Yeah. So what'd you guys do when you went out on your date?
We decided just to keep it simple, get a drink, make sure we were, compatible face to face.
And I guess that's when you were late. How late were you?
I was about 45 minutes late.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's pretty late.
But I have a good reason. I do. And I was being very communicative about my tardiness via text message.
What was your reason?
Well, I was having a package delivered that day, and it was a surprise gift from my mom, and she gave me a window. So it's like one of those services where, they're like, this package will be delivered between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., and you have no idea when it's going to get there, right?
All right.
So I, of course, surprise, surprise, the guy finally delivers it at 5:58 p.m., on the very end of the window.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those situations where I was getting the feeling that it was a pretty valuable thing, and I couldn't just leave it on my doorstep, like outside. I didn't want to risk that.
Okay. And was she understanding about that? I mean, did she seem understanding when you showed up?
I mean, I think so. She seemed pretty good. I mean, we had this moment. So, it was a pretty crowded bar, and it took me a second to sort of pick her out of the crowd. There were a lot of people, and I was still kind of stressed because I kind of booked it as soon as the package arrived. And then she sees me and is like waving me over. And then I see her, but then it takes me a while to get there. But then I walk up, and I don't know if it was like the nerves or like the adrenaline, but I go in for the hug right away, and I just give her this like huge hug because I don't know, it's just a relief to sort of get there, and she returns the hug, and it's this like amazing hug.
Like you guys ran to each other for it.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, and it's like this hug happened, and like all the stress just melted away. Like it was just this great first connection, and I immediately calmed down, and I was like there and in it and present with her. And it was great.
So the rest, how long did you guys have drinks for?
Probably hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that.
Okay, that's not bad. I mean, that seems like she probably wasn't too pissed that you showed up late then. Plus, love at first hug.
Yeah, love at first hug. So like about an hour and a half in, something like that, I go to the bathroom and I come back. We've had a couple, so I might be a little tipsy at this point. And I was just like, I had been thinking about the first hug, and I was like, kind of tried to explain to her how great it was for that hug to happen to me and kind of calm down a little bit. And I went ahead and I asked her for a second hug, if I could hug her again.
Okay.
That's kind of awkward.
Yeah, you asked for a kiss, I understand.
Well,
but a
the
hug?
first hug was like natural.
Right.
Second hug sounds forced. Did you get it?
Yeah, she hugged me. I mean, I guess in retrospect, maybe it was a little weird, but she seemed okay with it, and we hugged again, and it was really good. It was another, like, really great hug.
You guys are good huggers. It's really cute.
Like you're like holding each other for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was really good. And then actually that wasn't even our last hug of the night because pretty soon after that we decided to call it quits. So we went outside, and before we parted ways, we had another hug.
Wow. This is getting too hot for me to listen to anymore.
Honestly, it wasn't as good as the first two, but it was definitely like a really solid hug.
Okay,
right.
there was no like pat in it. It was like a still solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It wasn't great. It was good.
Okay.
And was that it? Is that the last you've heard from her?
You know, I was asking her if she wanted to see me again, we should hang out again, and she was kind of positive but non-committal, you know? She wasn't going to be like, oh, yeah, Thursday, or she was just sort of like not really hitting me with any dates, and then we parted ways, and I haven't heard from her.
Okay. And you have tried to contact her?
Oh, yeah, I sent her a couple texts that she sort of responded to shortly.
Okay.
But it's obvious that she doesn't really want to see you again.
I mean, I guess.
The guy on the phone for a second date today said that he went out with a girl that he met while playing a little game of pickleball.
Oh, fun.
Okay. Is he a retired old dude?
Yeah.
Or?
Well,
That's an old game.
I don't know exactly what that is, but I definitely have an image in my head. So, Darren, out of the two of you, which one was holding the pickle?
No.
That's not how it's played.
Let's just say it was me.
Oh my God.
He really doesn't know.
This is a fun game.
That laugh afterwards.
Can I sign up for this group?
Stop with the pickles, you guys.
Totally. You guys are welcome to join.
All
Oh
right.
my God. Are you like an old hardy man or something, Darren? Who plays pickleball?
No, come on. How old do I sound? Do I sound that old?
No, you don't.
68?
Sounds just right to me.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Darren, you met this girl while playing pickleball. What's her name?
Andrea.
Andrea? What'd you like about Andrea?
She's a very attractive girl. I got to say, the first thing I noticed about her were her eyebrows. What? I just find eyebrows very attractive in a woman. You know.
I think that is the first time I have ever heard that.
You're an eyebrow man.
I am. You know, I like them real, natural. You know, semi-bushy, and
Okay.
you know.
So did you use that as your opening line with her?
No. We got to know each other as friends by playing pickleball.
Oh, okay. That's a great way to start
That's
something.
how you met?
I didn't know if she was going to be into me or interested, so I took that chance.
How'd you do it?
After a game that we lost, I was like, wow, that was a tough loss. You know, we gave it all, but can I have your number?
While she's vulnerable.
Smooth, man, smooth.
Yeah, get her at her
Darren.
low point. That's
Yeah.
smart.
I thought it was a great opportunity.
Did you guys get to go out then?
That was the plan, you know. I went up to her place. I picked her up. She seemed kind of like flustered. I asked her why, and she told me when she got home early that day, she was annoyed that there was just poop everywhere in her neighborhood. Like,
Did you say
what? Hold on.
Did you say there was poop everywhere in her neighborhood?
yeah, like dog poop, not like human poop, you know.
Okay. What neighborhood are you living in?
A real crappy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I mean,
right.
I could understand. Like, that is so annoying to me when people don't pick up after their dogs.
Yeah, so she takes the bus on her way home, and she walks after she gets off, and you know, she sees all of that stuff, and you know, she gets very annoyed, and I get it. I'd be too.
Yeah. So how did that affect your guys' date?
Well, she seemed kind of flustered, so I was like, I'll help you out. Let's clean this up. You know, it'd be like a nice activity. We can interact and get to know each other a little bit more as we pick up the poop.
Okay.
That's a noble move for a guy to do for a girl. You're like her Prince Charmin.
You are a solutions guy, though.
Yeah.
Like, was she thankful for that?
Well, at first she thought I was kidding, but I was like, no, come on, let's do it for real.
Oh, wow. Even she didn't believe it.
No, of course. Come on. Like, seriously, would you believe someone if they told you that?
No. I can't believe you even offered.
Really?
So is that what you guys did on your date?
That was part of it. We did that, and then we started talking, and we ended up staying at her place. We ordered pizza. We had a little bit of wine.
I hope you washed your hands.
I know. I thought of that, too.
And, you know, she started telling me about her exes and stuff like that, how she's, you know, she hasn't had the best experiences with guys. And at some point, she just came up and asked me, can I trust you?
Oh, well, that's an important question.
I mean, I wouldn't trust a guy that offers to go around cleaning up dog poop on a first date either. It's a valid question.
is. I mean, and I told her, yeah, you can totally trust me. Here's my phone. Here's my password. Look through it.
Oh, wow, that
seems intense.
Yeah. I mean, guys, I told you, I'm really interested in this girl. I think she's very special.
And you don't think that that's a red flag that she would want to look through your phone on a first date?
She didn't ask. I offer. I gave her my phone and my password. I mean, I'm a good guy. There's nothing to hide in that phone. It totally came from a good place.
Yeah. She actually took you up on it. She actually went through your phone.
She did. She went through my phone. She didn't find any red flags.
This doesn't feel healthy to me.
Yeah,
for some
that's
reason.
weird. I understand offering, but the fact she actually did it is...
I mean, it's not like she looked through everything. She just took a quick glimpse. She was like, oh, who's that? Who's that?
Yeah, who's mom? Who is this mom person?
Yeah, she wasn't aggressive searching my phone. Nothing like that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
So you're over at her house, you're drinking, you're eating pizza, you're looking through each other's phones. Did anything else happen?
I didn't get a chance to look through her phone. She just looked at mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's not
All
very
right.
fair.
She didn't offer, so I'm taking a leap of faith over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem like it panned out for you because she's not calling you back.
Yeah, I'm clueless at this point. I just don't understand why she won't call me back. We had a great time. I mean, for heaven's sakes, I cleaned poop for her.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm actually with you on this one.
Yeah.
You were friends before, you did a good deed, and you were super vulnerable.
I can tell you, I would definitely call you back if you cleaned up my poop. We're going to play a song, come back, and call Andrea for you right after this, okay?
Thank you, guys.
All right, hold on. Darren, I don't know if this chick deserves you.
Wow, actually.
Honestly,
I can see that.
if you're just tuning in for today's second date, we're on the phone with Darren, who might be the most open, selfless, accommodating man in the history of dating.
Well said.
He recently went out with a woman named Andrea, and for their first date, he cleaned up all the dog poop in Andrea's neighborhood. Wow. Then he let her go through his entire cell phone just to show her that he's a trustworthy guy with nothing to hide.
On the first date?
Yeah, not to show that she has any back issues or anything.
Yeah.
No luggage there.
Brooke doesn't even let her husband have a cell phone. It's incredible.
So dumb.
Now, Darren, have you actually seen her at your pickleball group since your date happened?
Seen her about 3 times at the group, and, it's kind of like she doesn't pay attention to me.
Oh.
Maybe she doesn't want to talk to me, so... I don't know. I'm clueless at the moment, and it's been a while since I've been out with someone like that. She's so cool, and I don't know, those amazing eyebrows, and
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the eyebrows.
That's what it is.
But I will say it is kind of weird because they were friends before, right? For her to be totally avoiding you. I mean, it's one thing to just be like, hey, I'm not that attracted to you. It's just not going to work out. She could easily friend zone you without any problems.
Yeah.
yeah, no, she ghosted me.
Yeah, it doesn't even seem like she wants you in the friend zone.
But in his defense, it's not bad enough where she just stopped playing pickleball, right? Like, if it
she's
was
not
super bad,
talking
she
to
wouldn't-
him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
worse.
Yeah.
It's worse that they're in the same place and she won't even acknowledge him anymore.
Yeah, it's worse the fact that I gotta see her, and I'm just like invisible.
Yeah.
All right, Darren. Well, we're going to get you some answers here. We're going to call Andrea and get your second date. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Andrea, please?
Hi, this is Andrea.
Hey, this is young Jeffrey from Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. You have a moment to talk?
Who?
Oh.
Hi, Andrea.
We're doing a segment on our show right now called The Second Date, and you're going to be the star of it. It's where if you go out on a date with someone and they're not calling you back, we can give that person a call and try and figure out the reason why.
And why are you calling me?
Well, because you recently went out with a guy named Darren, and so he's asked us to reach out to you.
Well, if you talk to Darren, you can tell him to forget it. I'm never going to go out with him because he's a liar.
What?
A liar?
Oh, my God. I mean, I would love to know the details on that because if he's a liar, he's definitely got us fooled, too. He sounded like stand-up dude who respected you.
Respect?
That's
Oh,
what
my
it's...
God.
I mean, this is a man that went around your neighborhood cleaning up other people's dog poop for you.
Seriously.
I can't think of a better guy than that.
Well, it's obvious that he told you all the good things about himself, but clearly he didn't tell you anything else.
Yeah, I guess that's why we're calling you. What did we miss?
So we made out, we fooled around, like we went back to my place and I asked him if he wanted to see other people, and he told me he wasn't interested in going out with anyone else right now.
Okay.
And he even showed me his phone and like that he wasn't texting other people.
Yeah, he told us that he gave you his cell phone because he's a trustworthy guy and he wanted to show you that.
That's what he made himself out to be, but I found out later that was not the case.
Really? What'd you find out?
So, like 3 days later, I see him out at a bar with another girl, and they're laughing, and he's like rubbing her leg.
Okay, wait, though. Slow down. You guys have been on one date.
So what? He said he wasn't interested in anyone else, and clearly he was.
But you weren't even calling him back. I mean,
Listen, honey, I don't have time for dogs. No dogs allowed. We fooled around, and that was it right there.
Okay.
No dogs allowed.
I guess. I mean, that's a pretty hard stance.
Yeah, just for seeing a guy out at a bar somewhere with someone else. I mean,
He was obviously interested in her. They were laughing, and he said he wasn't interested in anyone else.
Okay.
He was lying.
You know, I could see where you would think he was a liar.
well, maybe we should ask Darren about this.
Well, go for it. Go ask him. I don't care. It's the truth.
All right, well, let's ask him right now. Darren, why were you rubbing some other girl's leg?
What? He's not on the phone. You're talking to me.
Well, actually, he is on the phone because he's been on the other line listening this entire time, like a little dog.
What the
Yeah. Sorry, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Oh, that is a guilty high right there. You're the big brat. I heard that.
Did you just say hi to me?
So you just happened to be at that bar randomly?
Yeah, and I saw you there.
What, did you follow me there after pickleball?
No, I didn't have to.
What is
You didn't have to? What does that mean?
I can see your location on my phone.
What is happening?
What?
Wait.
Oh, my God.
Andrew, you can see Darren's location?
Yes, I turned on share location to make sure I could trust him.
Hold on.
Oh.
Are you serious? Come on now. No. You didn't do that. I trusted you my phone, and you turned on my GPS so you can see where I'm at?
You were sitting right there.
Are you listening to yourself? You know how crazy that sounds?
No, what's crazy is that you lied about being interested in anyone else.
Wait, I lied?
That's crazy.
You were blowing me off. You never answered my call, so I decided, you know what? Maybe she's not interested. Let me go out with
It
someone
was
else.
3 days.
And you were following me? Like, seriously?
You knew I had trust issues, and obviously I couldn't trust you either. No dogs allowed.
I cleaned up poop for you. Jesus.
Oh my God, I honestly don't know whose side I'm on because, like, Andrea, it is really, really, really crazy what you did, but also you found you got him.
I mean, I think I have to be on Darren's side here. It's a violation to go in and share their location without permission. You're stalking him.
It's also a violation to tell someone that you're not seeing anybody else when you
Oh,
obviously
everybody
are.
tells somebody that they're not seeing somebody else.
Yes.
That's just what you say when you're dating.
I know, but you say that to like a Tinder hookup, not to a friend who you went on a date with.
It was the first date. It's not like we were exclusive. I wanted to know this girl. I wanted to meet her. I wanted to see what she was like.
But didn't you make her feel like you were exclusive? Did you not tell her, I don't want to see anyone else. I'm committed to this?
I didn't. She blew me off.
You
I didn't
showed
hear
me
back
your
from her.
phone. You said you weren't seeing anyone else. That's why you gave me your phone, for me to trust
And I
you.
wasn't.
Yeah, Darren, it was just drinks and leg rubbing. You're not playing pickleball with this girl, right?
It's no one's business what I do or what I didn't do with her if we were playing pickleball or we're not.
I think since we're doing a second date, it is kind of our business. Come on, tell us. Yeah, how far did you get with this girl?
Guys, you guys are going to laugh if I tell you this.
What?
Come on, tell us what you did, you little dog.
I bet he cleaned up poop with her too, that dog.
Darren, is that true?
It wasn't even like that.
Oh.
She knew about the pickleball tournament. We had a match. She fell. I rubbed her leg. Big deal.
Oh,
Wait, so now you're saying she had an injury on her leg and you guys were laughing over it while you rubbed it?
She couldn't rub it herself.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go have cocktails so you can rub my injury.
Yeah, did she have a boo-boo on her mouth and you had to kiss it better?
That's such a sport thing. You guys never play sports and you hurt each other like, hey, look at my bruise. Look at my scar. That kind of thing.
Darren, you're going the wrong direction on this one. I feel like, are you still hanging out with her? Because if you're not, then you're obviously interested in Andrea.
All right, guys, fine. That's it. I'll tell you. I had sex with her, but that was it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I was trying to help you, man.
That's the biggest thing.
There it is. Okay, Andrea, see, it's just a little bit of sex. Will you go out with Darren now?
I already told you. No dogs allowed. No.
Oh my God. Is this Andrea? Will you stop doing the creepy, like, follow people on the cell phone thing? Like, you obviously have really good instinct into who's a dog and who's not. Go with that one instead.
Listen, honey, you need to shut up because it actually works.
Okay. All right. I'm done.
All right. Well, so sorry, Darren. No second date with Andrea for you.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't need her, man. I got plenty lined up for me.
Oh, you do?
And she never found those in my cell phone. Huh? You take that. No dogs allowed.
Who's the dog now?
Place and they have pictures of you all over with your eyes all carved out. And you're just like, is that a red flag? Maybe they just don't like my eye color. And I should change it for them. I can change my eye color for them.
Pretty sure that's evidence in a future crime.
Might want
is
to pay
what that
attention
is.
to that. I don't know. But Kayla's on the phone today to do a second date update. Kayla, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, not too bad. How are you? Oh, I just asked you that.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to
We're
anything.
going to go back and
Yeah,
forth
let's
for
just
a long
ask how
time.
we are for a while now.
You doing
Kayla,
good?
tell us about the guy you want to meet today. What's his name?
Nico?
Nico is
As
his
you're
name?
asking, it sounded like
Or
a
is that
question.
question?
Now, is she asking? Is she listening?
Is that his name? Nico?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This is
All
really
right, so
awkward
tell us
to
about
start.
Nico. How did you meet Nico?
Kayla?
Sorry, I'm just flipping through here. Hold on. Okay, how did I meet Nico?
Yeah.
We met through mutual friends.
Okay, you met through mutual friends, and tell us a little bit about your date. If we can somehow get this thing back on track. Hello?
Distracted. So distracted.
Kayla, what? Yeah, what is going on?
Kayla.
Oh, sorry, the date?
Yes.
It feels
What
like...
are you doing? We want to know about the date. This is a second date update.
It was good. We got dinner. It was a good time. It was fun.
Okay.
Kayla, you called us for help, right? Like, I'm just establishing this.
Wait, say that again?
You called
It
us to
feels
help you
like
out.
we're inconveniencing you by asking you about the date. Like,
No, hold on. I just got to jot something down. Hold on.
You have to jot. Okay. Obviously,
Notes.
very busy. Trying to multitask, maybe do some work and a second date update
maybe
at
it's
the
a
same
grocery
time.
list that she remembered she needed butter
Yeah.
suddenly.
Are you good now?
No, I'm sorry. I just remembered something, and I have this, like, relationship diary, and I just wanted to, like, jot it down before I forgot.
You have a relationship diary. What's that about?
It's kind of like this thing that I just, like, keep all my dates in, and I just, like, jot down some notes and stuff.
Wow.
What kind of notes?
Just, like, how the date was, if there are any red flags, like, what he was wearing. You know, I just like to keep it for reference, so, like, I remember what dates are good, what we did, what worked, what didn't work. And, like, even maybe, like, I will meet the man of my dreams, and, like, it'll be cute. Like, we can look back on my diary, and...
I don't think any guy wants to look back on your dating diary.
Well,
That might be cute.
you could not-
Well, that's cute.
I can see
some people might like it, but you're on the phone with us right now, so can we take a break from journaling?
I just wanted to write that one thing down. I
All
apologize.
right.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, it should be a good recap of your date then. Do you have it all written down in your dating diary?
I do.
All right. Well, tell
Hold on.
us
Let
about.
me go back to that day. Hold on.
Bullet points.
So you're going to tell us about your date from your diary?
Yes. Yeah. I
All
have
right.
everything written down.
Okay. So go for it then. Tell us about your date. Start it with Dear Diary too. That'd be awesome.
So, okay, 7:34 p.m.
We don't need those details.
Nico is 4 minutes late.
Okay.
He's wearing a blue button-up and gray jeans. He's looking really cute, but he tells me he was looking for a parking spot for a long time. Hashtag red flag.
That's a red flag?
Journal?
Yeah, hashtag in my journal. I just talk like how I say. Like,
Oh my God.
Well, I know your email says something about red flags. That's why I opened it up like that, but I didn't realize that looking for a parking spot would be a red flag.
so it's a red flag because, like, was he not prepared to come get me? And I don't know. He should have been on time.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, so what else happened on the date? This is going to be the most detailed second date update ever.
Seriously.
Then I go on 7:46 p.m. He complimented me on my necklace.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I told him a story about my dad, and he listened to my story, which was really great, and I like that.
All right.
Can I ask-
That's nice.
As you're writing all these times down, are you documenting it while you're on the date?
Like in front of him?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes, like, I just remember the timing because, like, I look at the clock and make a mental note of it, and then I go write it down later.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of both.
So what's next?
Hold on, I got to flip the page.
And try to give us the important details. I don't know. You know,
Right,
like
okay.
Yeah, she might have like 100 things written down.
7:58. I told Nico how I was a former gymnast and to see if he had any thoughts about that.
Okay.
What would his thoughts be?
Okay, so I want to tell you, though, like, that was kind of like a bait situation because I'm not a gymnast.
So why
You lied
would you
about
tell
that.
him that?
Well, because I want to see what their reactions are, like if I'm really flexible or if like I can get kinky or.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, guys' minds do kind of go there when they hear about a gymnast. Like, yeah, all right, she's bendy.
Yeah, totally.
So
That's what I thought.
he didn't take the bait?
I wrote down he didn't take the bait, so red flag turns pink.
Got it.
Red flag turned pink.
Okay.
So now there's different shades of red.
Any other, like, details maybe just about how you guys bonded and stuff?
Okay, yeah. 8:23 p.m. Nico gets up, walks by the hostess stand, and says something to hostess. Is he trying to pick her up? Question mark.
What? Why would you assume that?
I want to ask him, but I don't want to come across as crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't ask him
I'm
that.
going to let you know there may have been a little sense of crazy just because you're journaling, I'm assuming, every once in a while during your date. Like, that feels a little type A, a little controlling.
Journaling is something that I've been doing for years, and I like doing it, so just back off. Like, this is just what I do, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
9:21, we called it a night.
Uh-huh.
I wrote, he kissed my lips ever so softly, like in the movie 27 Dresses.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Wait, the
details.
one with Katherine Heigl?
So-
where she's a bridesmaid over and over again? That movie?
I f***ing love that movie, okay?
All right. Well, then that must have been a good kiss then if it's one of your favorite movies.
Always on E. I watch it whenever it's on, okay?
All right. So we ended the date with a kiss. That's got to be a good thing.
Could he be my new boyfriend? Question mark. Stay tuned. ...
Wait, you're teasing your own dates. I like that.
Hashtagging them and everything.
All right. So besides the journal, all in all, was it a good date?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is like one of my best dates.
Oh.
I mean, my other entries, you should just flip through this. I mean,
Rather
that's
not.
been horrible.
Yeah. Kayla, I mean, I think that it's great that you journal. I also journal, but you sound like you're taking the life out of a date. You're not, like, giving yourself a chance to really get to know somebody because you're so concerned with timelines and things that happened.
Brooke, it sounds like you have a stick up your ass. So I told you this is what I do. I've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make changes now.
You call for some help to try to figure out why this guy isn't calling you back. I'm just trying to give a little outsider input.
Look, I just want to see what happened and reach him. And I don't need help with you judging me.
All right. I mean, this is just a different kind of second date update than we've experienced before. I'm going to play a song, and then we'll come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, great.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Dear Di, she thought that might be a red flag. And they ended the night with a kiss. She was very excited about it, but now she's not sure why he's not calling back. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out why. Kayla, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous, though.
Okay, Kayla, I know you don't want any of my theories on why this guy isn't calling you back. I just want to know what your theory is. Why do you think he's not calling you back?
I mean, maybe because I was, like, too fun for him.
Oh.
I don't know if that's
Maybe.
ever been the case for anybody, but maybe.
That day was awesome if we didn't have so much fun.
Yeah,
You
too
know?
much fun.
Well, we'll find out. I'm going to give him a call right now, okay?
Okay, I don't know what it is, so this could be interesting.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nico, please?
Speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hi, Nico.
You know what that is?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll tell you. Brooke and Jubal in the morning, it's a radio show.
Okay.
Okay? Not a lot phases you, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's not caring.
You get calls from radio stations all the time?
No, I'm just confused.
Okay.
Maybe he just has the same emotional range that you have, Jubal.
Possible. Hey, Nico, I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody that listens to our show.
Oh, well, what did it say?
Well, it said some very nice things. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone to try to figure out what happened. And you recently went out with a girl named Kayla.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Well, Kayla emailed us because she said that she thought the date went